Hello.
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 Howdy.
Hello.
No hello
Start.
from Fiona.
We're back. We're gonna finish Pentiment. We got a whole crew here.
No, he's not. I
Wow.
think he is.
Wow.
Seawolf is going to finish Pentiment.
Okay. What's on our agenda? Working on the mural. Why do
The
we
last part of the mural.
Why did our maps say they were updated? Remember our maps
It added
never
objectives.
updating. I don't remember them never doing that before. Oh, we have to go meet Utz. Ugh.
So put
Is
up
that
with
what we're doing?
odds.
Okay.
Alright, that's what it says. Unfortunately.
Damn it, odds.
I wonder why... Oh, I guess... Okay. I was like, I wonder why this is, like a transition rather than just going up the stairs like in some of the other houses. But I guess it's because of the, like... You kind of need to be able to go through this whole front area and also...
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I promised myself I wouldn't comment on the game I'm playing, but I didn't realize how good this thing was, and I just had to say it.
Wow. Didn't call us mad.
Yeah. That's why I was like, this
Amazing.
shit is so good.
Okay, sorry.
That's nice of odds. He's finally learning.
Yeah.
Morning,
Too little, too late,
Magdalene.
but
Hello, Frampus.
is-
Frampus asks, what is
Very
Fiona
spoiled.
plague?
Oh my god.
Against the breach.
Into, against,
Heroes of
forever,
the storm or
away from the
something.
storm.
Under the storm.
Oh, Heart of the Swarm.
Heart of the storm.
Risk of storm.
Cold out, isn't it? Freezing. Makes me envy Nico, able to stay inside all day. Even Endris has his forge to keep him warm. Anyway, here. I brought some firewood for you and your dad. Thanks, I guess. You're welcome. So,
Alright,
I'm
now
here to
time
hate
be
on
weird.
you.
how's your dad? You think you can join everyone for Christmas Mass? I think he'll stay in bed tonight. I'll do my best to be there. I need to keep working on the mural, though. I'm working on the final section. About the peasants' revolt, right? It feels weird to talk about. It affected Tassing so much, but we were just kids. I can't remember what happened, since I was just a baby. I never even knew my dad. That's what makes it difficult. I need to ask those who were already adults that night, but don't want to touch raw nerves. What if you spoke to people while everyone was preparing for the Christmas festivities? Clara sometimes talks about that night. Mom, too. You might be able to ask them. Voislav and Matilda are the only two Benedictines left living in Tassing. Maybe they'll talk to me. I didn't think of that. Still, the mural is for Tassing, not the old abbey. Agnes has always been in Tassing, right? I'd go to her if I were you. Wow. Dad said she helped bury everyone who died that night. I wonder if she'd talk about it.
Dang.
It's your project, Magdalene. Might be worth a try. I wrote to the old Archdeacon about it too. He thinks that the Baron's murder and Otto's death are connected to the revolt. The who? It doesn't matter. What if all the deaths in Tassing are connected? I don't see that how that old Baron has anything to do with the revolt. Are you feeling alright? Jesus. Think you're looking for connections that aren't there. Maybe this mural project is getting to you.
Fuck off.
You're useless.
That's rude.
There's something more to all of this. I know it. if you're sure. Figure it out somehow. Thanks for the wood. See you later,
Yeah, that was
Mags.
Oh my god.
I guess
His
he did not
ass.
learn.
That's his right. I should start talking to people around town. Better get started if I want to talk to everyone before the Perktenlauf. Okay. I had to zoom out. I was like, why can I not move?
Important to zoom out.
Let's go to the church. No one's in the church.
Well, someone's in the church.
The
Presumably the
cell
anchors.
doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Oh,
Hmm.
Magdalene.
Well, that's
Also very rude to the anchoress.
I'm just saying, I don't think that's part of the church. It's a different, like, building, room. It's an
It's
add-on.
attached.
Yeah, that's a tab.
Oh, no one's out.
It's cold.
Yeah. It is cold. She needs some sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
She can tuck her hands under the gigantic scarf thing.
Poncho.
I don't.
Is that a poncho?
I don't
Head poncho.
think it's a poncho.
I feel like it's
I
quite
don't think that's a
poncho-like.
It's poncho adjacent.
It serves the same sort of function, I would
think
feel
it
like.
looks like it's
don't
like
think
a
that's true.
scarf. Like, I think it's
Yeah,
like...
yeah, it's like wrapped.
Yeah.
A big fucking scarf.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
best
thing.
kind.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very cold.
Horse.
You guys left unattended candle and fire? No one's here?
Apparently.
yes. The oven is just unattended.
Alright, here y'all are.
Here they are.
Making wreaths.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Magdalene Druckeren. I didn't expect to see you today. How is your father? Lie! He's doing better!
Oh.
Oh. He's not well, honestly. I'm so sorry. He'll be in our prayers tonight. Ours as well. Now then, is there something we can help you with, dear?
Hey, you're
Hey,
old.
you're old, right?
I have a small favor to ask. Would you talk to me about an incredibly traumatic event in your past?
Speak to me of the horrors.
If it isn't too much trouble, I'd like to recount what you remember of the revolt. I'm nearly done with my mural, but I need more details. I was so young that I don't remember much of that night. Oh, for that project of yours in the rat house. I'm afraid I won't have much good to say about the matter, but alright. Come sit down, Magdalene. Don't worry about helping with the wreaths. Took me years to get the sneak up to Mom's expectations, so you're better off not helping. Wow.
Dang. Brutal.
You always did fine, Rakita. Oh, might have passed time accidentally. Magdalene, what do you need to know to finish the mural? I was hoping to ask you more about the revolt. All I can remember was the flames when the abbey burned. What part of the revolt? The abbot starving us out of house and home? Otto's murder? I doubt that would be a good painting. It seems like the abbot at Kirsau wasn't on very good terms with Tassing. Everyone but that fucking Miller hated him, with good reason.
Damn.
He only ever cared for how many fen eggs he could get from us. Brigitte, don't forget to twist the end in. Can't have it looking like a Christmas hedgehog.
What's
I'm
wrong
getting
with a
there,
hedgehog?
Mom. Looked after Martin and Kraft well enough, haven't I? I can manage this. I don't know that those are related. After your father died, I've got no one left to nag besides you and that husband of yours. Thank God I have the both of you, as a matter of fact. Let an old woman have her vices. The Gertner house is a bit sad. York always gets quiet this time of year. I heard ill Peter keeps mistaking Big York for Peter. Does that got something to do with it? Best watch what you overhear, Magdalene. But yes, I reckon so. Passing lost many folk over the years, and feast days make it harder to bear. You mean the revolt, right? The revolt, the murders, that fool Andreas had to meddle in everything. Didn't do much good if you ask me. None of that was his fault.
And surely he did nothing wrong.
Dad said that Master Mailer made some mistakes, but he was seeking justice for everyone in town. And I think your father is right in that. And yet, he'd already meddled enough in Tassing, after the Baron's murder, that he held more sway than he knew. I could understand it the first time. He wanted to save that old monk. I dare say he saw him as a father. And it was proven the prior was a witch, so I suppose he did some good for Tassing then. I think Voislav might be the only person left in Tassing who even remembers the old prior. That's when the trouble started, I say. Townsfolk saw a monk killed, and the abbot was incensed. Then came the revolt, and Andreas Mailer happened to show up nearly the day of Otto's murder. Dad always says the townsfolk didn't stand with the peasants as long as they should have. Well, I won't begrudge Klaus's opinion, even if he's wrong. A shame it had to happen at all, I think. I knew the revolt was a bad idea from the start. Old Voislav would be the only one to know what happened inside the old church now, before the fire. Some like to say things were always this bad, that violence was the only way, but it wasn't. Life got worse over the years. It wasn't like this when I was a child. Not in my grandparents' time either. Sure, the abbot was pinching the townsfolk, and the peasants were suffering. But to go against the church? But like you said, things weren't always so bad. We fought to make things right. The abbots and monks have left. That was the problem. The
Yeah.
feudal duties have...
Yeah. How we just don't pay taxes, right?
Duties.
Bad news.
Thanks.
There's another guy.
It doesn't seem like things have gotten much better. They haven't. The Archduke's instituted a new lord over us, and he's been sure to inform us. He won't tolerate a second uprising. That soldier even warned Peter, but nothing would stop him besides steel. Nothing got better, at all. No, not as I see it. Lord is just as severe as the abbot was, and threatens force at every turn. That's life. You can struggle and die to accomplish something, and nothing changes. The dead are luckier. They died believing they changed something. We're stuck with the harsh reality. This is all you've known, Magdalene. You've grown used to it. We all have. Thank you for sharing your story with me. It's important to share our suffering with the younger generations. Maybe they could change something. Good luck on the mural, Magda. Good luck, Magda. Nobody better have moved.
Excuse me.
Ah, if it isn't Mistress Magdalene. Hello, Baltus. As you... How are your inventions coming, Baltus? Oh, very well, thank you. I was just showing Nazu how our rat house clock works on one of my smaller prototypes. It is a fascinating process, truly. I never considered that one man could make something so complex by himself. I'd love to create something so intricate one day. Maybe a new kind of printing press. And what kind of printing press would that be, pray tell?
Would have a robot attached to it.
Maybe something with automatically sorted type. That would make the process faster. We'll have a guy with arms that come down.
Yeah, he can reach in there.
You may be onto something there, Magda. Can you imagine? Automatic type. Truly an ingenious idea if one could ever make it happen. Ideas are still fuzzy, but I think I can make it work. Someday. Well, I shall look forward to your debut, mistress. In the meantime, shall we get back to work, Baltus? Oh, yes, of course. Please excuse Magdalene. All right. Oh, how's our good doctor? Not
Drunk.
here. Maybe
At
at
the
the
end.
inn.
Motherfucker has 2 states: in the ditch or drinking.
Uh-huh.
I wonder what the speed run for this game looks like. Like,
Clicking very fast.
how fast, how quickly can you just go to sleep? Wait out the
They just
murder.
dodge a lot of conversations and
I guess yeah, it'd be
and
interesting to
just
see
do
what
the
what is actually necessary to progress.
I demand to make Andreas backwards long jump. I mean, that's assuming that it's not like if you stand on this spot and walk to the left for like 30 seconds, you like clip or something.
I would
Into,
be
like, a thing.
surprised. Oh, hey guys.
Ah, it's the bards.
Well, if it isn't Magdalene? You're learning everyone's names during your stay. Well, it appears the good people of Tassing are the only audience I will have until the pass is clear. It seems only right that I attempt to put myself on friendly terms with you and your neighbors. How are you finding Tassing? Everyone has been quite kind, and no one has thrown anything at me for my music. Considering the circumstances, I'm counting that as a success. I have to admit, I was quite upset that I had missed my opportunity to sing at the Meistersinger competition.
Well, you're in luck. We could submit this as a speedrun because it doesn't exist on speedrun.com.
Right, good job on the world records, you.
Congratulations.
You practiced so much for it. Yes, it's hard not to view the last year as a waste. You could try again next Christmas, can't you? Of course. Though the older I get, the less comfort I take in the possibilities of the future. Missed opportunities sting more with each passing year. Well, you have an audience here, the people of Tassing. And perform for them I will. I love performing for people wherever I go. When I sing for people, I want to move them. I want to see it on their faces. It's only in that moment that I can connect with them. That's the only truth I know. Meistersinger judges will rate me as they will, but that's not why I want to perform for them. I want to move the
Masters.
masters.
I want
way
to
they
move the
moved me.
hamsters.
I want to move the hamsters.
Does that make sense? I think so. My dad is a teacher, and is my teacher, and his approval means a lot to me. I think we all want the approval of those who came before us. And someday, someone will look to me for approval. Hard to imagine. Sorry, just feeling a bit melancholy, I suppose. It's the long nights. I suppose you're right. All that darkness. Perhaps the Christmas feast will lift my spirits. Will I see you there? Absolutely. Almost everyone in town should be there. Then I look forward to it. Until then. Hans? Hello, Magdalene. Hans? Did you need something? How are you doing? Fine enough. Weather's getting colder. And the family. Healthy and hardworking. Simon's taking care of the winter provisions. He's a good boy. Proud of him. And you know how beautiful and kind-hearted Jenna is. Just like her mother. I don't know how I got so lucky. She's a miracle. She will marry a good man soon, I'm sure. Theo. Okay. You have someone in mind? That young Otz is a good man, I've noticed.
Uh-oh.
Damn, really coming for Otts.
Fuck 'em.
You gotta foist someone else on Otts.
Do we? That seems mean.
No.
I don't know that his eye wanders. His eye is pretty fixed.
Yeah. I think the
We
problem is
just don't
Otts
like
might
where
stop.
it's fixed.
Yeah. Alright, well, we'll be mean. Maybe he
Yeah,
acts
fuck him.
like a boy sometimes, but he's on the town council. That says a lot about his character. Does it?
He's friends with the other 4 people there.
Yeah, like he's considered important.
He is helping bother people about door hinges.
Yeah, we need an update. Did they
did they
pass
do that?
their? Yeah. All the same, when Jenna has children one
I
day,
don't remember if that
they'll
comes
be
back up.
beautiful and kind like their mother. Worst things to be, I guess. I did my best to raise her right, but her best qualities are all Hedwig. Give yourself a little credit, Hans. Kind of you to say, Magdalene. I should get back to it. Until later. Bye.
Wislav.
Whistle.
Wislav's great. I like him.
I have an odd question for you. Oh? When I was exploring the Abbey for the mural background, I
Yes.
stumbled upon some stray cats.
Yes.
Were there a lot of cats during your time? Yes, as a matter of fact, there were. There were always cats around the Abbey, but one summer they started begging for food. Persistent little creatures. Brother Lucas swears he never fed them, but I have my doubts.
You know who did.
Look, that cat never ate that food.
That cat was just waiting. Once
Yeah. I
Once
believe this
Andreas was
conversation
gone.
only happens if you do that. So I've been waiting for you to get here because that came up multiple times.
Uh-huh. They seem to have made the Abbey their home now. Good for them. At least someone is making use of that old structure. Thank you for telling me, Magdalene. Ah, achievement unlocked. A fateful sausage.
Good. I'm so glad.
No, we need to talk to you about actual important stuff.
Yeah,
I think you might have to talk to what's her name?
Matilda, I think.
Yeah, I think if you talk to Matilda, Woslav might join in the conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is so that you could do that. You would go to her to start that conversation no matter what, but Woslav can be like the start of the cat talk if you got it.
Hello, Magdalene. How's the weather? We've been prepping for the feast in here all day. Colder than usual. I'm glad to be indoors now. It's been colder than I remember it being for decades. At least we're in here where we can keep our fingers warm. Better keep your fingers out of my dough, Master Bauer. I didn't do anything. You snuck your little fingers into my cookie dough 3 times today.
Ooh.
Do it again, and I'll wrap your knuckles with the back of my spoon. Don't anger Mistress Matilda, Simon. Yes, sir. Sorry, Mistress Matilda. You had enough dough to make cookies for the entire town. Can't be eating it all. Anyway, what did you come in for, Matt? I was hoping you could tell me what you remember of the revolt. I was too young to remember much of it. No one seems to talk about it, and Mistress Matilda and Master Voislav, you two are the only ones left who used to live in the Abbey. The only ones who stayed, anyway. Matilda and I had been friendly enough with the people in town. We put it behind us in time. You could imagine the other brothers had little reason to remain. Old Adok made it out. I think Father Gernot paid for him to go back to an abbey in Cornwall. Oh. I'm not sure what happened to the others. All gone, in any case. But the whole thing is a sensitive subject, Magdalene. Why are you asking? I want to portray the event truthfully in the mural, so I'm trying to hear everyone's account of events. For the sake of seeing it portrayed right, I'll tell you what I remember. Wait, Magdalene. Come cut cookies with me first. That way we don't fall behind while we chat. We'd be grateful for the help. Oh, okay. Cut out cookies from the dough and set them aside so Simon can put them on a tray. We'll need a good number in a variety of shapes, so don't hesitate to change which cutter you use. We have to have enough for the whole town, after all. Oh. This is so
Perfect.
much.
This is video games.
Uh-huh.
This is
No, you can get that beak closer.
Really gotta
Yep.
stretch it. Yeah,
They
we
gotta
gotta
it max
optimize
the
the-
dough.
I have done this before.
We need that new shape they found that has like perfect tiling or something.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh. What, am I only gonna get 3 of the? I can get so much more than that game.
Mm-hmm. Dude.
Oh, there's like
Huh?
these are detailed cookie cutters.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how that
Yes,
works.
they got little thingies.
Little
Like, too close?
Well,
imprint on
it's
the inside.
I think that's
Probably it's carved into
Mhm.
the other side.
Yeah,
Usually
yeah.
the dough
Yeah.
really likes to stick to that, though.
And so then when you peel it out,
That's why you use flour.
it has that snowflake on it. Because we use it for Christmas stuff.
Yeah, and then you put them in the oven, and they all like just get like
They puff up
monstrosity.
into a
And then they
blob.
puff up and you can't see the detail.
Like, I don't know what the fuck this is anymore.
Where's the like
Sure is a shape.
It's supposed to be an angel now. It's just a big blob.
what is like
Yeah.
that creature cookie? Okay, I found it.
Oh, is it the one?
They really don't want you to be optimal.
No.
Yeah, it's a little finicky.
It's the one that I posted in.
Yep, I remember this one.
Yes.
That is exactly how these things come out.
What the fuck is this?
A cookie.
It's cookies.
Yeah, baking.
This might be the first cookie I've ever seen that I don't want to eat.
Now you need to do upside down hearts.
That's a good
Fill in
idea.
those gaps.
Like, can you rotate it? Oh, you can. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Game.
Also, this is
This
the
is
best part of this
cowardice.
game. You shut the fuck up, Sannoso.
What?
You eat those cookies.
Dang.
Oh no!
I'm
I was
talking about
just
the
like,
coyotes.
Sannoso was referring to
Yeah.
a cookie that is definitely outside of this game.
yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
has
I
been
was like,
posted in
what's
the,
wrong with these cookies?
No, these are
No, no,
fucking-
it's-
Posted in the,
It's the one that yeah.
the text chat for the voice chat.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
no. Oh yeah, no. I'm not. Oh yeah, no.
Yes, exactly.
I would eat it.
Those are so fucking funny.
I think you will be possessed if you eat this cookie.
That's fine.
Coward game here.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, I better
Oh,
go
it's
put
not letting you do it. Okay.
No, you said you put the bird. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought like Sannoso just
It
had some like
spins
high
really-
cookie like
No.
expectations.
Nah.
This game is for cowards.
Wow, they really want a nice
really yeah.
thick margin
gotta
on the
really,
side.
Uh-huh.
No, you don't even need to do this exactly. You just like use the rest of the dough.
How many? Did it say like you need a certain amount of each?
Now do the bird.
No, it just said
Okay.
do a mix.
Okay.
I don't think there's a.
Straighten out the bird.
I don't know that we're getting graded.
Not enough birds. Bad ending.
Oh no.
Fail persuasion check, not enough bird.
This bird is not going to fit.
It's me.
Put a circle.
they'll
Put a circle.
remember
Don't put
this.
the bird.
It's me, the string puller, here to sample my favorite cookie. But what's this? There's not enough birds.
There's more birds than there are circles right now. I'm just saying.
What? How many? Oh, I got 4
We're
circles.
lacking. Need more circles.
Okay. Okay.
Got 4 circles and 6 birds.
Wow.
It's more birds.
More birds. We're waving our fists in the air, yelling birds, birds, birds.
Birds, 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 birds.
Mm-hmm. We got.
You have 6 of everything except hearts, which you have 7
Uh-huh.
of.
Okay.
Mm.
I think we're gonna achieve maximum cookie.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
No.
I think you'll have to do a bird.
Okay, if this was real though, they'd let you roll up the rest of it,
Well,
roll
sure,
it flat
yeah.
again to make more cookies.
Yeah.
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 Are you done? I got an achievement for Cookie Master.
Hey.
You made enough
Wonderful.
cookies.
These look wonderful, thank you. You can make more if you want, but it looks like we have enough. I think that's good. For helping. We better keep going if we're going to have everything ready by the procession tonight. So, what can we tell you, Mags? I heard the Landsknechts came to town before the revolt and warned everyone to leave the Abbey alone. Could things really have been talked out, or was it too late by then? There were some people who wanted to talk. Master Mailer worked hard to keep the peace, but after Otto was killed... Oh, Headdress. A shame how he died. We at the monastery were fond of him. Dad said he was instrumental in keeping the revolt from getting out of hand. He regrets not standing by him. Yes, he was. He had a personal dinner with the abbot to try and discuss things, I believe. Pity they couldn't come to an agreement. Andreas did a lot of good for Tassing, and Curacao too. Even if the old abbot failed to admit that. Even revealed corruption in our own midst. The old prior, Ferenc, had been doing witchcraft in the church. Still grieve that he died in the Abbey fire. I know your father does too, Magdalene.
I'm really surprised they went for corruption and Ferenc and not corruption and Guy, who was literally embezzling money.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is
Look,
a spiritual corruption, and one is a
I think also just
financial.
the things that happened immediately after Guy maybe loom larger in their memory.
Well, fair.
Yeah, it just was weird because they're talking about the revolt. They're like, oh yeah, he went and met with the abbot, and then they're like, and he exposed corruption in our monastery's ranks.
Yeah.
Which we did with Guy, right? Yeah, like that's at that time. Would it have been best to leave the matter alone? I guess this is the most neutral. I just want to hear what people think. No, not then. We couldn't even collect in the forest without a fee. Dad kept saying we couldn't live with higher and higher taxes. The night Otto died, the abbot was trying to excommunicate everyone for celebrating St. John's Eve. That's right! I forgot.
I did not realize that.
Yep.
Wow.
None of you are free of sin. A lot of people thought the abbot killed him in revenge. Turns out it was Brother Guy. He was embezzling funds from the abbey. Still, after Otto and Ulrich, that was too much. We burned the mill, with both bastards inside. The abbot promised to help if Andreas found the person who killed Otto. All we wanted was to talk.
We just want to talk.
You mean no one was supposed to burn the abbey down? Why would anyone want that? We sought justice, not murder. It was too much for Peter. Leonard was one thing. He'd just killed Ulrich. But to burn the abbey... But when Landsknechts saw the fire, they thought they had another revolt on their hands. Even Father Gernot couldn't stop them. We all fled. Brother Florian saved as many as he could, but... Peter was wrong to burn the abbey, but what the soldiers did, that was awful. I thought the knights were supposed to protect people, like in Partsville. Oh, Magdalene.
What?
Bad news.
Rarely does real life match the heroism of stories, Magdalene. Dad died protecting me. Stabbed in the chest. I don't even remember what he was wearing, but I remember how dark the blood was when we found him. Almost black and sticky, like treacle. Dad socked one of the soldiers in the face, but another was right there, and... Magdalene, can we stop talking about this? Yes. Thank you for talking to me. I'll do my best on the mural. Good luck. We'll see you at the procession later. Ah, time is advancing!
Yep.
Is that,
It really was a cookie cutter revolt.
Wow. Hi!
Hello.
Where's Nico?
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys. Hello again, Magdalene. Are you getting ready for the Christmas celebrations? I guess?
you did make a bunch of cookies.
That's true.
That seems like getting ready for the celebrations.
I was
to
like,
me.
the mural's like, we're gonna unveil it, right? It's the plan. I'm not sure what the scheduling is. I've never been here for Christmas. I had meant to move on, but the snow. Right. It came fast this year. Smokey told me your father was injured. How is he? I don't know, Maxlov. He's not doing well. I'm sorry. Hope for the best. Well, I don't want to keep you from your tasks. Do you want to come to the Christmas feast? Kind of you to offer. My beliefs in well, how I look. It's best if I stay out here. I'll be fine, but thank you. I'll see you later then. Merry Christmas.
Bad news, Magdalene. Your friends are racist.
Yeah, we're in the middle 1500s.
Yeah.
That's, shaping into a thing. In the modern sense.
Time to go back in the mine.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. I was like, am I stuck? Oh, I can't go. It snowed over, but I wasn't
How about
stuck
a nice
right there.
ice puzzle where you're sliding around?
Yeah. the Pokemon Ice Gym of Pentiment. Funny.
Can't run outside in the snow.
Dangerous.
It's hard to run in snow.
Yeah. Oh, I can't go up. I can't go talk to
The
the
stairs are all slippery.
sisters.
You might fall.
But I wanna
It's
get
very
yelled
dangerous.
at by the abbess.
Mhm.
do we still have to talk to? Came up. Where is everybody else? They're just in their houses.
Hiding.
I assume something has advanced from the time that I can go do, but I'm not sure what it is. I think we talked to everyone, but
Is it just time to paint the mural?
well, I went in there. I
There
didn't
wasn't
have
a prompt
yeah.
by that.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the exact order of that you can do things.
Yeah, I assume there's
I'm trying to
somewhere we
think
need to
of-
go.
Yeah.
Maybe in here.
Does it list anything in your like objectives or on the
No,
map?
On the map, maybe. The objectives just said what we just did.
Yeah.
Didn't have the. So it was okay. I guess here we go. This might have. Okay, speak with Agnes. We did that. Clara's husband. Talk to Clara. Yeah, she was with them. They're at the Golden Hand. Yep, we did that. I guess maybe we didn't talk to Clara. Wait, is Clara at the hand? At the end?
Uh,
I don't remember. Clara might be up at the mill. Is Clara?
She's not in here. We did go up to the mill, and we couldn't talk to anyone. I mean, we could say hi. It's just Anna and Paul and the kids here.
what about the map?
Oh, right. Thank you. The map. There's where we are.
Gertner Farm.
Oh, there's one on Gardner Farm. Okay. We walked by there earlier and we couldn't go in.
Be right back again.
Ah, okay. Now we can come in here and talk to everybody. Big York. Gret. What are these? What are these? What are these
Yeah.
things? Oh my god.
Making cows.
Are those cows?
No, those are evil spirits for the.
For the park sell-off.
Yes, that.
Auction laugh. Oh, hi, LP. Alright, who's Clara? That's what I needed. Hello, Magdalene. I would have thought you'd be working on the mural today. What brings you in here? I'd like to sit with you and ask how you remember the rebellion so that I can paint it, if that's alright. Ah, it was a sad time. If it will help you memorialize those we lost in the revolt, yes, I'll answer a few questions. I don't mind. I was a little older than you, so I probably remember more, Magdalene. Of course, Magdalene. We'll tell you all you want to know. I've been looking forward to seeing the mural for some months. I'm sure everyone's gonna love it.
Sure.
Just pick that up and start, yeah. Now that you're all settled, what did you want to know? Does the revolt have anything to do with the other murder that happened in Tassing? Oh, the murder of the Baron, you mean? No, not really. I only remember that Andreas attempted to be a peacekeeper in both situations. I suppose that's when things started going poorly. Yes, after Prior Ferric was discovered as a witch, people weren't as willing to trust the Abbey anymore. Then the Abbot became more severe. He didn't like that the Prior's death rattled his control testing. I'm curious, Moose, because obviously all this dialogue must have been different for you in terms of the narrative the town tells about how things got here.
Yeah.
Yes. I know that like with Otelia, so I have all the Gee stuff as well.
Right.
But Otelia, there's specifically like a narrative about how like the she was like the first big victim of the Abbey. Like she is the first person that everybody remembers. Like basically that the accusation is the Abbey is what killed her.
Interesting.
In terms of like it drove her to like the point where she was deeply unwell and tried to do her like her like, you know, she has all that like
right. So they're a lot more
witchcraft ribbon
sympathetic
around
to her.
Yeah. But yeah, they're very sympathetic to her, and they're like all of the things that happened to her between like the point in the game where she dies and like the history of the town are like the Abbey kind of becomes the scapegoat for that.
Uh-huh. Okay, interesting. I still think that the old prior cursed the town. That's when Croft started failing. He was a witch and he succeeded. I don't know about any of that, but his taxes and restrictions and his attitude toward us became harsher after that. It was all we could do to live by them, but it eventually became too much. Even with all the restrictions, was the revolt really justified? I keep hearing conflicting stories about how it began. Yeah! Agnes blamed Andreas for starting the revolt. Is that really true? Andreas only ever sought peace, from what I remember. He took it upon himself to try and keep justice in Tassing, even though it wasn't his home. Truly, it's thanks to him that we had peace for so long. Is it?
I don't know. It's a very, very charitable attitude towards him.
What's so long here? Like 2 days?
Well, you know, from the revolt up until the new murder or attack.
You think so? After post-death, his
I mean, I think what she is saying is that like Andreas is the like set the town on a trajectory to be better. Not that he is like personally.
Okay. Yeah.
Overseeing it.
It's like, oh, he kept the peace. It's like, well, he showed up and the revolt happened like 3 days later or whatever. So I don't know that.
Uh-huh.
Like,
right, if it's like time from him showing up to next violence, then the answer is it was basically immediately someone died. So bad track record.
We did everything we could to keep things from getting violent, but the Lord had other plans. I remember how sick and hungry I was all the time. Grandpa kept saying it hadn't always been like that. All was fine until one of the brothers killed Otto in retaliation for finding out just how corrupt the Abbey was. Well, my husband wouldn't let that rest. We all wanted justice. When that soldier arrived and threatened us, all the townsfolk pulled away, except for you and Ulrich, right? No, Clara. I'm afraid even I was intimidated, and begged Ulrich to let the matter be. My husband alone stood with the peasants. Could the revolt have succeeded if the townsfolk didn't pull away? I still think so. Most of the other townsfolk see the revolt's failure as proof that it was doomed from the start. Truly, if the entire town banded together, we likely could have succeeded without violence at all. By then we were so starved and wanted justice so much, Peter truly thought success was possible. There was still some discussion. Ulrich and Andreas wanted peace. Then that fucking Miller protected that tonsure bastard. He always hated us. Thought he was better than us. Ursula, language. What, Mom? It's true. They even shot Ulrich out of nowhere. It was unprovoked. Yes, Leonard always did hate the rest of the townsfolk, and he would take advantage of anyone he could. My husband sought peace to the last. He was a martyr to us. I think the Miller shot Ulrich to retaliate, but after that, Peter couldn't be stopped. We'd lost too much. Burning of the Abbey was a grim night, and the soldiers coming in. Our men fought to protect us, to protect Tassing. Many died in that fight. But we got rid of the abbot, and all the monks at least. Yes, and that is some comfort, if only a little. Are there any heroes of Tassing I should memorialize? Dad, definitely. Peter always wanted the best for Tassing, even if he acted rashly by setting fire to the abbey. I hope you could portray him in the best light, Magdalene. I'd rather not talk about that night anymore. I hope we provided enough insight for your work. You did, thank you. I'll let you get back to work. I'm certain the mural will be beautiful. Time to go to the commons for the Perkton Lauf.
Love to see a Perkton Lauf.
Oh boy, look at all these people.
Wow.
Yeah.
All these cold people.
Little kids.
Too damn cold.
Exhaling at the
What?
same time.
No, Peter! What?
He's having fun. He's fucking rocking out. Grandpa's kicking it.
Anything
be right
involving Perkta is great for him.
Alright. I get up and now Dio's yelling. Let's see. Oh, there's Thomas. In the middle. Right above us. Till, Gret, Big York.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Agnes,
Thomas is here.
Tilda,
Looks like-
Voicelove. Oh, Smokey's here, but not,
Yeah.
Where's Smokey at?
Voxlov
yeah.
stayed home, like you said.
Yeah, I just didn't realize Smokey was gonna come. Yeah, basically everybody, I think. Oh, there's Nico and Killian's the one shivering. It's Duke.
Oh.
You shut your mouth, boy. We've done this festival every year. You won't die standing here for 5 minutes. Oh, good. You made it, Magda. I was getting worried you'd missed the procession. Been so busy trying to finish the mural, I lost track of time. Well, be sure to take some time to relax tonight. It is a feast day, after all. It's starting. Oh, Artemis looks so lovely. Love to be the bright saint one year, leading all the demons into the woods.
I love to lead demons into the wood, personally.
That's the only type of boys that'll follow you, Artemis. Wow.
Dang.
What do you think the last time they did this?
Look at the little kids.
Yeah.
How long
Oh,
did this
yeah.
persist?
Check out that fucking, yeah, powerful.
That's what the hat gives you.
Fucking unstoppable.
Like, were they doing this in the 1800s still?
It feels that very possible. This feels like a thing that there would be some town
There's
doing
stuff-
today as
there's
like a
stuff like
tourist
this-
attraction.
Sure, there's stuff like this in a lot of small towns like Japan. I've seen a lot of these.
Oh,
similar.
Andreas doesn't like it.
It's freaked out.
They're only costumes. Big masks our neighbors are wearing, remember? It's so cold.
I like this one guy's branch hands.
Yeah. They're great.
Yeah.
Magdalene, would you want to be the bright saint or one of the perch?
Make me a devil. Let me scare the children.
Yes. They're so Suki. Are we having a conversation? That's a lot of people across.
This is it's a
Yelling conversation.
everybody's just screaming.
Passing's done the perks and laugh as long as I can remember. Everyone in town's been a part of the procession before. Oh yeah, scaring the kids. Except for young ones.
Yeah. Get them.
Just standing in the snow. I wish Dad could be here. We'll see next year, Shirley, and you can go home and describe it all to him. It's beautiful as ever. It's goddamn long as ever.
Dang.
Well, at least we're gonna eat after
That's
this.
the right
That's-
attitude.
holiday spirit.
That's right, Big York.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Big York knows what's important.
Bean child spotted.
Oh no.
Bean child.
Oh
We have a
no.
bean child.
Oh yeah, Bean Child.
That's such an angry bean child.
It's
That
so
face.
bad.
I'm
Also,
concerned
hello to Otz, who is
Otz.
making a decision.
and looks drunk.
Slap him. Slap him.
So drunk.
Magda,
Kick his ass.
Whatever. Eggs. You made it.
Mm.
I was worried for a minute you'd skip out of the fun. Merry Christmas, Mags. Jesus.
God.
Shut the fuck up, Otz. You're upsetting the bean.
I feel like you just say Merry Christmas and try to get away. Don't
Yeah.
engage.
That's great, buddy. Bye.
Look, Balsa's made a special batch of beer. And I heard you made cookies, too. Alexander and Katz look like they're going to play something, too. Jesus. Well, we're stuck in this conversation, apparently.
Yeah. The inescapable odds.
Are you giving everyone nicknames tonight? That's a secret, Mags. Come on, let's go get some food. No. I mean, I would like to get food, but not with you. Oh, no. What is he doing?
Nothing good.
The stance.
God, Otz is
Leaning
one
against
of
the
this
post.
kind of drunk guy.
Hey. Jeez. Okay, it's like, did she stop the baby crying? I don't think that's how that works. Everyone
Look, she's
listen
very
up.
powerful.
York would like to speak. Yes. Thank you, Veronica. On behalf of the town council, I wanted to thank everyone for coming tonight.
Your door inspections, you can expect them by tomorrow.
Aha!
I know.
That's the time to announce the new door inspection initiative.
Yes. This is the time to do it. No one's home. Get it accurate.
We already
As we
inspected your
speak,
doors
inspectors are
30
moving
minutes
in,
ago.
house to house.
It's just the fucking
Remain calm
Ozymandias
Yeah.
while they
speech
do
from
their job.
The Watchmen.
This year has been tough for all of us. We've had more snowfall than anyone can remember, and the early frost gave us a small harvest. Folk haven't come through the pass as often. Nico, you've been short of customers, and we've all missed the trade. Alexander and Katsimirtz, you've been kept from your journey. And as you, snow kept you from returning home. And I know we've all felt the lack of Klaus in town, as he's been bedridden these past few months. And yet, the Lord has blessed us with each other, cheerful guests, and good company. Cheers! Even though this season has been rough, God knows we still have a lot to celebrate this Yuletide. Yuletide.
That's when the water comes in. At Yule.
It's like that's when the logs roll in.
Uh-huh.
High Yuletide and low Yuletide.
Uh-huh. They just roll away again.
Andrus,
So
you've
the
made...
forest comes and grabs you like Riptide.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
You've made tools we couldn't have gone without. Just practicing my trade. Dr. Stoltz, you've kept us all in good humors.
Well,
Proof of my experience, Jarg, in such cruel weather.
York.
hmm.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oh.
Dang.
God.
Don't be mean to Big Jorg.
It's Werner. Can't go a day without someone puffing him up. Look, I feel like Jorg should, if somebody praises Dr. Stoltz, we get to talk shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, fair.
Magdalene, you've painted the mural for us. Oh, well. I only wish that my father were here to celebrate its close completion with you all. As do we all. Alexander, Katsimirtz, you've spread good cheer in the early winter nights. Our pleasure, truly. And especially tonight, I think we should thank Baltus for making such a wonderful beer for us all to enjoy.
Thank you.
Now that's the one gets people cheering.
No, please. As you helped tremendously. Thanks to him, really. Ah, well, grazie, grazie. And thanks to our Lord, who has so graciously provided for this feast. Yeah.
Damn.
Is that Agnes? Katzmeritz and I shall play later in the evening, so please come to us with songs if you have one in mind. Well, that's it, everyone. If I may, Jorg, I'd like to bless this great feast our Lord has provided for us. Of course, Father. Today we have come together to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Just as our Lord has provided for us this meal, so too did Christ provide us with the bread of life. So please join with me in prayer.
What about the demons?
Quick prayer. I'm sure that Thomas politely disapproves of Parks and Lounge. He's probably just like,
he
I'm
gives
not
it
gonna
a
say
stern
anything
glare,
about it.
and maybe like it says something passive aggressive during the next Sunday, but you know.
And Nico goes back to polishing that dish.
Look, he's always working.
Please, everyone, I know Baltus made a fine beer, but remember that temperance is a virtue.
Yeah. I will not be remembering that.
It's like no one's cheering.
Throws a tomato.
Celebrate the Christ child as though his manger were here with us. First read like in my head like his manager. And
Oh my god.
Wow. God, should we heckle Tom?
Yes, absolutely.
Fuck him.
He's really reaching this year, isn't he? Oh, that's heady. That's what it is.
God.
Thank you, Big Jorg. Thank you, Apollo.
Oh, bye, Thomas.
Bye, Thomas.
He didn't like getting heckled.
He's been owned.
As he slowly slinks into a corn cob.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yes. Hey, guys.
Hey, Werner. How's it going?
What? Merry Christmas, Werner. What's merry about it?
I will be right back.
Friends and family coming together to feast. Family. Friends.
Things he does not have.
Who needs that shit? By the grace of God, you do, Werner. Did I ask you, Balthazar? No, be merry, my friends. Drink and be merry. Finally, someone with some sense. You two have been fighting for years. Isn't right now the perfect time to resolve your disagreements? No. I fear that ship may have sailed a while ago, Magdalene. I can't believe that. It's never too late. God has willed it. There's little you can do, my dear. What he said. Okay. Now can I at last get myself another drink? We'll see. I don't... Happy Christmas, Magdalene. Magdalene, dear. Merry Christmas. How are you enjoying the feast? Utterly delightful. A hearty meal, a mug of Baltz's latest brew, everything a soul could wish for. It's everything your ample belly could wish for. I am as God made me in his infinite wisdom. I'm sure the cookies I made proved helpful with the girth as well. Indeed, they were most satisfying. Yes, very tasty. Well done. It's been wonderful watching you grow into the person you are, Magdalene. Klaus must be proud. I thank you for your good words. I agree with everything that's been said. A toast to Magdalene. Robbie. I don't have a drink to toast with. And toast with your heart. All right, Endress. I'm so happy I'm here. The day I was inspired to come find you in Innsbruck is the most important day in my life. Love at long last. We know that feeling, don't we, mostly? The path before us was filled with thorns and thistles, but we endured. Make sure to prepare for that, Magdalene. There'll always be some thorns on the path. I'll do what I can. You'll do fine. You're strong and stubborn, just like your mother. I never knew my mother. She was gifted, pragmatic, outspoken. Her spirit lives on in you. I hope so. Well, I'll let you continue with the celebrations. Make most of this night. You've earned it. Enjoy the feast. Let's talk to Ava. Okay, this whole group. Oh no. No, I didn't click on you. Magdalene, you finally came over to say hello. What do you want? That's just saying hello, Mags. Christ. Language, and yeah. Hello, Magdalene.
I am back.
Happy Christmas, Ava, Till. Magdalene, how good to see you. How was that mural coming along in the rat house? Almost finished with it, I hear. That's right. Last I heard about it, you were still working on the middle section. History of the Saints, right? I finished that section now. The old abbey ruins were hard to climb through, but I wanted to paint it right. Oh, the remains of the abbey are so run down. That sounds dangerous. You went into the old abbey, Magdalene? Without me? Why the hell did I bring you?
Get fucked, buddy.
Of course I did. Quite a capable young woman you are, Magdalene. Till. Not that I'm encouraging it, mind. Well, clearly you can handle yourself, since you made it back without any problems. And I did warn you about the dangers. Not that I told you to go digging about down there, mind. Anyway, Magdalene, what are you painting on the mural now? I'm working on depicting the revolt, but I think I angered Agnes when I asked her about it. She's right there! That's right, you were just a few years old then. God, has it been that long? Don't worry about Agnes. She acts cranky, but she's never truly upset with anyone. Kid. Took years. It took years. 4?
Yeah, I think that's just an actual
typo. Okay. It took
Yeah.
years for Tassing to recover after that night. Thank God we've come a long way since then. Otto would be proud of what the town has accomplished. It's a shame he died without seeing what the town became. It is. I pray that St. Moritz has blessed him in heaven for all the work Otto did in his name. I'm sure that the Lord has made a space for him, Ava. You know, Magdalene, I think he would be especially proud of you for memorializing Tassing in the mural. He would be thrilled to think that you've become a part of the family. Become a part of the family.
Hmm.
I feel like, oh God. I feel like if we
I
say
think
what
if you're not more forceful about this, you're gonna end up marrying odds. So
yeah, I feel like if you say this, then she's gonna be like, oh, that's not what I meant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think you do have to say it because just people making things awkward. You're a capable young woman, Magdalene. Marriage is the next stage in life for you. Oh God. Let's speak with class, of course, but you and Otts are a good match. Anyway, I don't need to keep you chatting away with us older folks. Have fun and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Mags.
Fuck you, Ots.
Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Enjoying the celebration? Ooh, wow. It's wonderful to
Nope,
see everyone
Magdalene knows
together
how to
in
party.
such high spirits. Isn't it? Even Grandpa's enjoying himself. This winter's been difficult for his gout. The cold makes his joints seize. I told him he didn't have to come to the Birchton Lounge, but he insisted. I haven't missed one Yule procession in my life, and I'll be goddamned if some snow stops me. Oh God, we know, old man. Anyway, like Jorg said earlier, it's nice to have a night of good company and cheer. Wow. I don't think you need to give him
Yeah,
feedback.
it's a little mean.
Yeah. Thank you for mentioning my father in your speech, York. I'll be glad to know he was missed. You're welcome, Magdalene. Klaus is a good man, and we all miss him as part of the community. To be honest, I didn't expect to make a speech tonight. I just thought about what happened in town this year. Really? Werner kept insisting that someone make a speech, so... Paul said I was the most charismatic of anyone on the council. Yeah.
That seems about right.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, going through them. Yep, uh-huh.
Ots would want to, but shouldn't.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Werner should never be allowed to talk to anyone.
And thankfully, probably would not want to.
Yeah, luckily does not seem to be in the state to volunteer currently.
I think Paul could be like a decent choice, but I don't think
He's
want
not gonna.
to do it.
If anybody else will do it, he's gonna let them go first.
Yeah.
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 Well, and Jorg's older.
Yeah, he's that.
Like, Paul's pretty young still.
Yeah.
Well, he said that I would make the least amount of people angry over it. Paul said it was my charisma. Oh dear.
Dang.
To be honest, I never thought I'd be someone people in Tassing listen to.
Oh.
You've always been a part of the town council. Well, we didn't always have a council. It wasn't until the night of the revolt, really, that I felt like I could do things on my own, be my own man. I loved my father, but what he did, I thought it had doomed the town.
Oh, be right back again.
A lot of terrible things happened all at once. No one could shoulder all the blame themselves. No, but my dad chose violence. He chose to destroy the Abbey. I always went along with him because he was my dad. He had to be right. That night was the first time I thought any different. I learned that night that you can fight for something right and still choose the wrong way to do it. And I swore that I would never let that happen again. The revolt broke down everything I thought I knew about Tassing, about myself. But it made a lot of things better for Tassing, and that makes me hopeful. What do you mean? Well, our new lord is strict, but he made a deal with us. The council lets us govern ourselves. Much as I was grumbling earlier today, York is right. Life changed in Tassing, and even though the first few years were hard, we're better for it now. No abbot looking down over us, making stupid laws as he sees fit. Our lord lives days away. As long as we pay our taxes, we're left alone. It's a better life for Artemis and Apollo than we had. Don't you talk ill of my son, boy. He gave you everything he had. God rest his soul.
I'm back. You fucking
I
tell him,
know,
Peter.
Grandpa. So even though you disagreed with Peter's actions, they made a better life for you? That is, yeah, he's
Curious.
like, the thing he's saying is, well, yeah, they burned down the Abbey, and that was very bad. But then we did get a better situation. Yeah, like, it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Skip, you know I abhor violence, but
The real work happened in the days after the revolt. My father would have been put to death as a rebel and traitor if he survived. We worked hard to make sure the sacrifices of those who died wouldn't be in vain. I've done the best I can to do right by the town and Dad. You're his son. You've done him proud, boy. Thanks, Grandpa. Anyway, I'm going for another pint. Anyone else? Yes, bring a pitcher. You've had enough, Grandpa. Your humors might become unbalanced.
I think
cut the old man
Peter
off.
might have. Ill Peter might have the most unbalanced humors of any person in this town.
Seems to not matter.
Yeah,
He
I think he
survived
can
it.
have another pint. Like,
He's earned it.
what else? What is?
What's gonna kill him?
He's made it this far somehow. Like,
also I have no idea what Andreas and Ulrika are doing in the corner. They're just kind of poking at the ground.
They're having fun.
Good for them.
Look, kids will do whatever the fuck.
Playing dice.
All right, we'll see you later then, Magdalene. Merry Christmas. All right. Oh yeah, you guys. Oh, here they are.
Yeah, we get to hear from the kids.
Yeah.
Evening, Magdalene. Merry Christmas, you two. Ulrika, Andreas, say hello to Mistress Druckern. Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
shy.
Oh, Andreas, don't be shy. You know Mistress Magdalene. Sorry, Magdalene. He's still a bit quiet. That's all right. There's a lot of commotion here tonight. Yes, I think Andreas is a little overwhelmed after the Perchton left.
Don't worry. Soon you too will be able to scare children.
Yeah. One day you'll dress up as a Perchton too, Andres. I don't want to be a monster. You
Coward.
won't be, Andres. You'll only dress up like a monster. Everyone plays pretend, like you and Ulrika. I want to play as a Perchton. Fuzzy heads!
Hell yeah.
Ulrika, you can look at the mask later. How did you like your speech, Madeline? It's a good reminder of everything we still have. We all needed to hear it. For Paul putting him up to it at the last moment, it was well done. Well, Berner insisted someone on the council make a speech. I didn't particularly want it to be me. Yo. Please.
What crimes has he committed?
No fighting.
Be nice.
What was playing?
York did it justice. You could always count on him to speak from the heart, especially a few drinks in. Truthfully, I think much of the town needed some encouragement tonight. Testing hasn't had such a hard season since the revolt. Yes, I'm sorry. It's Christmas. We shouldn't speak of such sad times. Dio, please do not bite your sister.
Be nice, Dia.
Do not choose violence.
Let's toast to better days, then. Although, there is an old Latin proverb my dad used to say to me. Ignis aurum proet, miseria fortis virus. Fire is the test of gold. Misery is the proof of strong men. Yes, precisely. No question, the revolt left Tassing worse off, but seeing the town now gives me hope. You're an artist, Magdalene. I think you can see it too. You mean how I'm painting the Rat House mural? I hadn't considered that, but yes, now that you mention it, it seems fitting that you should paint the mural now. Memorializing Tassing's history in this mural will remind everyone what the folk of this town are made of. To be honest, most nights I'm grateful for the revolt. Really? Yes. You wouldn't remember, but life was already terrible before that night. The revolt burned away the dead wood that had rotted Tassing for decades. God knows my father was an evil man. His death released me from years of fear. God, yeah, Paul's like, yeah, I'm really thankful for the revolt for killing my dad.
Well,
which is correct.
To be fair,
yeah,
I agree.
Yes,
everyone else agrees. Just the revolt gave me the courage to face it, to become better than him. I think something of the same happened when the Abbey was destroyed. If things had gone on as they always did, well, I doubt we'd be having such a Yule feast tonight. The cost was high, but it resulted in just as much joy as grief. I hadn't thought about it that way. Because of the revolt, I could marry Paul, and we could supply grain to peasants at a fair price. Ah, the good miller, right. Our children will grow up without the fear that ruled over my life as I get older. No moment in life is... Sorry.
The only way you can beat a bad guy with a mill is a good guy with a mill.
No moment in life is entirely good or bad, Magdalene. What matters more is how we choose to see it. Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, that seems hard.
Yeah, I don't... I think some things are just bad. Keep hope, Magdalene. The Lord helps those who trust in him. Don't forget to take some time to have fun tonight, alright? I want another cookie. Don't yell, sweetheart. Seize this, Magdalene. It seems you have cookies to fetch. You know, this is like a really obvious thing that's so entrenched in this game, but like it is really like there's a frequent thing that comes up in discussions about historical fiction where it's like the problem of historical fiction tends to popular historical fiction tends to portray characters with mindsets that are very modern, even if the detail, like the details of the setting are they can be concerned about accuracy, but it's very hard to put characters to have people write characters in the mindset of pre-modernity. I guess this is technically early modernity, but pre today.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I mean, this isn't even like, I guess, not even really a historical thing, but just a cultural thing. Like the way that all of the characters in this game are so entrenched in Christianity, like almost all of them, and just it is so all of their language constantly and their understanding, like the just everything is like, oh well, this is what God wants, like it. And again, I was like, well, obviously that is a cultural thing because like there are tons of people who still act like that, who still have that exact same dialogue. But I mean, there are historical, distinctions about the way that it works here versus the way it works in the present. But it's so omnipresent in this game in a way that is constantly striking to me, because it is like it's frustrating, where it's like,
yeah,
I just want to like
you're
grab.
like looking at that and you're like,
like
I have like several hundred years worth of like different types of thought
yeah
that I have access to, having read some of that's making this seem so infuriating to me. But also, like, yes, this is maybe a reasonable depiction of what this weird person might be.
Yeah, like there's so much, like you see it a lot with the quote unquote medieval, or a lot of which of course is actually early modern fiction, where people are just like, do not take religion seriously. And this is a common thing, is like people took religion extremely seriously.
Yes.
It is a fundamental central, like, these are, they did believe the things they said they believed, by and large. And yeah, it is even if,
oh, look at little Andreas,
and I think it's interesting because I wonder if part of the way, like, I think part of that is this game is committed to doing that. I think it is conscious of those critiques. I'm sure.
Yes.
But I was like, I wonder if part of it is also that like it's easier to deal with that tension in a game because you can give players the choice of whether or not to play into that, basically. Because like we've always gotten dialogue options with both Andreas and Magdalene where we
you
can
are
like
skeptical of the church and its institutions,
right? Or and I was gonna say
like,
the reverse, where like we can say the kind of the same, like we have so many options to say the same things about, like, well, God, if God wills it, or God, whatever. You can say all those things to people. Or you can not. Yeah, you can just not say that stuff. And it's not even necessarily expressing skepticism. It's just not engaging in those same, like, basically like rituals. Like, and it is a little bit easier because I'm not picking those options because it's like I it is like even trying to, like, from a role playing or trying to get into the thing about the character or something, it is hard for me to put myself, I just can't like put myself in that mindset. And I'm not super interested in playing a character to be in that mindset, but I think it is like important in depicting this period to portray most of the people as that way, which of course then makes it more interesting when we do meet like Václav.
Somebody like Václav, or seeing Werner's weird like descent into atheism.
Yes. And like the reason like Václav is so fascinating in this context because he isn't a modern skeptic. He is a different brand of weird religious person.
He's a heretical. He is in a lot of ways like a heretical Christian.
Yeah. I mean, he's like a, most of that stuff was like Gnostic that he was talking
it was
about.
like,
It's like that is a specific,
effectively
historical, like brand of this stuff that was kicking around that these people would all be scandalized by, and to us it just kind of sounds like this is a different weird religious thing. Like, just...
I think it does a a really good job with that stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's also kind of what makes Otelia and Il Peter so striking.
Yes.
Is their like refusal to
yeah.
to engage with like that entire end of something that's so through the community they live in.
Right. And I mean, yeah, again, there's a lot of like there's a certain subset of historical fiction that loves to do like pagan survival stories, which are like not that's not historical. That's like basically nonsense. But the
back
thing
Hellenism.
yeah, the thing that does
Druids
exist, of
were
course,
real
is
people, and we know exactly what kind of real people they were.
You know, the thing that does exist in these kind of areas is the like syncretic inclusion of, you know, those folk practices where like nobody saw. I mean, the common people did not see a distinction between like, we are Christian, we believe all these Christian things, also we still have our traditions, and there's evil spirits and all this shit. And yeah, the local, you know, there's some educated priest there, he's like, no, that's bad. But like,
or
they can't do
in some
anything.
cases, being willing to put up with
Oh,
it.
yeah,
There's a lot of
right.
like practitioners of magic were
right.
like mildly heretical ordained priests who couldn't be fired because they didn't have replacements for them. Like hell, Ferenc is kind of like
right. Yeah.
Like that's kind of his whole deal. Is like he is well and truly a like Christian and by like the terms of the Abbey, but also he has woven all this other shit into it and has squared that circle.
Yeah.
There's almost like an unconscious, because I don't think they would acknowledge it, but like equivocation of like, well, you know, we Catholic priests, we have our own like spells, and so like they're kind of more open to like doing that type of stuff, whereas I don't think today that would really fly.
Well, today it's so much
turning
more
the Eucharist like that's magic basically. Now it's the right kind of magic according to the church.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that is the lot
which
of
is why they're like, oh, we can do like
stuff
alchemy and
like,
shit because like that's just another type of magic basically. But
yeah, like it's bad if you are calling upon demons to do it. If you're calling upon angels, then like
right, yeah, exactly.
Sure, that's fine. Or if you're you're doing natural philosophy and you're like, it's not, it's just All right. Enjoying the night. Very much so. The cookies especially. I haven't had such a wonderful gingerbread in ages. We were just setting up to perform. Did you have a particular song in mind you want us to play? Between the two of us, we know all the Christmas songs. Between here and Spain, I'm assuming.
Impressive.
I don't know any of these songs.
So the second one is kind of famous.
Yeah, that's the one I also recognize.
Let's go with From Heaven Above to Earth I Come. Yeah. Oh
no.
Yeah. Yeah. Good choice.
Guys, like, yes, the like
are
song
they
of
going
Lutheranism.
to kill
You
us
sure you
if
want to
we
do
this?
that?
Are we going to be beaten to death? Please.
I don't know what this is. I'm just clicking it.
That's why I was like, I recognize the
I'm
second
really
one
glad
because that's
you chose
like
that one.
in church.
Oh, that's so funny. So that's a recent song, I guess.
I guess.
For them.
Latest chart topping.
Yeah.
playing it on all the radios.
A few people know that before Martin Luther, got famous for 95 Theses, he was topping a different kind of. God.
Before he was a theologian, he was a troubadour.
Yeah, let's cause some problems.
I mean, Thomas left, all right, so
that's true. He did.
Yeah, who else would care?
I don't think if people are drunk, they don't know.
Yeah, it's not like the song is like.
It would be so funny if, like, oh, here's the verse about like transubstantiation. Or, like,
yeah. It's like I assume it doesn't touch on doctrinal differences.
Well,
Merry Christmas. I want to share a special song with all of you in the spirit of
What's to
giving.
sing the song about faith alone and not good works? That's okay. That's just good Christian men rejoice. I guess they only had one.
Well, he said he was gonna do it after the ones they prepared.
Oh.
Check out what's his name over there on the right. Fucker's
Simon.
completely gone. Yeah, Simon.
You know, it's good when the liquid is
Sloshing
going out of the
upwards,
cup. Yeah, sloshing out of the cup.
That's how you know you're having fun.
Yeah.
I'm impressed he's got some left.
He's very good at this.
I guess we did get the one vocal performance before singing as well, right?
Yeah, you got what's his name? Rudiger?
Rudiger.
Yeah, Rudiger sang in the Abbey.
Yeah, in the doing
the,
his
like,
singing in
siege.
the Abbey when everybody's stuck in the
Yeah.
library. Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that's a good scene.
Yeah. Is there one before that? Did we hear it in the first act? Was there any like?
I'm trying to remember if there's
I'm
something
trying to remember
in the
if
first
you
act.
maybe hear. Please return to your drinks. We'll be playing all night. Happy Christmas. Just talking to Big York. Yeah. No, I don't want to go upstairs. Hey, Magdalene. Sorry to bother you during the feast. Oh, hello, Yarg. Did you need something? Well, all the chatter around the revolt earlier had me thinking. You're nearly done with the mural, aren't you? The last time you talked with the council, you said you were working on the final portion, painting the revolt. I don't mean to nag during the feast, though. That's Veronica's job. I should have it done soon. I've been listening to people around town talk about the revolt, so I can get a better idea of how to paint it. Everyone has a different idea of how that night happened. But I think I finally settled on how I want to depict it. Yeah? Well,
A big choice.
do we want to be inflammatory?
You know.
So what do we have for the first one is human sacrifice.
Yeah.
The second
you know.
one is I don't remember what we picked for the second one. I don't remember what the options were.
Did you do the it was gonna either be like a mythological story or the actual founding of the church, right?
Right. Yes, there was stuff about like you could do like Saint Moritz and
You could do Saint
stuff.
Moritz, or you could do the lady who the
Right.
Abbey's named
I think
after.
I think it's just like the lady who donated the land or whatever. I
Yeah.
think that's what.
And then there was like the the story about the Christian settlers that what's her name gave you. I do not remember her name. Apollo's zonked out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, no pressure.
All right, let's stick with the peasants. Let's just keep making people angry.
Hell yeah.
That's a good perspective. It shows what happened without being too detailed about, well, what happened. So Big York's like, yeah, I'm glad you're not showing a whole bunch of dead people.
The murders.
I'm sure everyone will love it. Klaus would be proud of the design you've picked. Ava will like that especially. Anyway, I'll get out of your way. You've got better things to do. I think Otz was looking for you too. Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
He always is. He can't get the word no through his thick head, can he?
Apparently not. It's a problem.
I think I'll actually go home for the night. I've had enough of Otz's flirting, and I should check in on my dad. Tell him hello from all of us, alright? Good night, York. Alright, are we gonna get ambushed on our way home?
I hope not.
Oh. Hi.
Hi, Emily.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Sister Amelie. Were we bothering you with the noise next door? No, not at all. Hearing people celebrating Christ's birth brings me great joy. Christmastide should be a heartening time for us all, a year for us all.
Party hard, am I right, Anchoress?
Yeah, you love beer, right?
Yeah. Your favorite thing.
I enjoyed seeing everyone feeling better about the future, especially after all Tassing has endured. The people here have suffered greatly. We must always find hope in the midst of despair. It is fitting to celebrate Christ's birth on days with so little light and warmth. People need Christmas in the depth of winter to remind them that spring will return. We will all have a chance to live again. Magdalene, who is that? Oh! Oh! Please, I would not, like, I would just go.
I have to sprint at him.
Oh no, we're so slow. I would not exchange that much pleasantries with her to.
Uh-oh.
Oh, thank God. Magdalene, is that you? What's the matter? Someone was standing near the house. The door was open. I was afraid something might have happened to you. I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything. I've been asleep most of the day. Most of the evening, too. I'm worried about you, Magdalene. You're worried about me? You're working too hard. I know taking care of me takes up so much of your time. And I know how hard you've been working on the mural.
Oh.
I wanted to finish it for Christmas. I know. Damn near an impossible task, given the size of that rat house. Well, maybe if you just did one wall. I'm not gonna make it, Magdalene. You a doctor now? Known Werner Stoltz long enough to know when he's going through the motions. He's never been kind, but there's a special coldness to him when he's attending to a dead man. It's alright. This is just life. I'm glad I'm going before you, even if it's sooner than either of us would like. I've already seen too much death in my time. I just wanted to show you what I could do. I wanted you to be proud of me. I have been. Every day of your life. You've never needed to prove anything to me. I wish I could stay to see the mural when you finish it, but I don't need to. I know it will be more beautiful than anything these old hands have ever made. Don't say that. It's true, though. I mean, I got along alright. But I always knew you would surpass me before long. You can already see things that I never could. See things and make them real. Trying. You're doing it. Whether I die tonight or tomorrow or the next day, I'm not going to be here much longer. One morning you're going to wake up and you'll have to do things for yourself. Love things for yourself. And you'll have to share it with the world. Love is the only reason to do anything in this life. All this talking. Too much. Could you bring me something to eat? Of course, Dad. You haven't eaten all day. And I miss the Christmas feast too. Can't believe no one brought me a cookie.
Fucked up.
I'll go get some soup. Oh. Klaus.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, Klaus. About everything. You're here. Been trying to keep Magdalene safe. I've been trying to figure it out this whole time. After the fire, it's all I could think about.
Tell me Andreas has been living here.
They've never left me. They're all still there. All in the dance of death. Uh-huh. The Baron, Piero, Guy, Ferenc, Peter, Otto, August, and now you. Yeah. Dad? Oh God, it's you. Who are you? What are you doing to my father? Magdalene, it's alright, it's alright. I'm sorry. I've forgotten my manners after all these years. And you've likely forgotten my face. Or what it once was. Magdalene. This is Andreas Miller.
This is Andreas.
There he is.
Back from the dead. The earliest memory I have is of you running into a burning library. I'm sorry. I don't understand. No one could have survived that. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. I don't understand, Andreas. Where have you been all these years? Hiding from the world? In the ruins, mostly. Sometimes in the woods when it was warm. Stealing bread from Gret. Stealing books from you. Oh. So I wasn't going crazy.
He's like, that's all I need. Bread and books.
Look. That's the most important sustenance.
No, I know.
of all
That's the most
literature.
Andreas thing to be like.
Yeah. Yeah, living in the ruins with my book.
Fucking Frankenstein's monster ass existence.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the only thing that's kept my mind from forgetting what words are. Wait, how did you survive the fire?
It's like Phantom of the Opera.
With some difficulty. I grabbed as many books as I could and placed them in the
That's
scriptorium.
fucking right.
When the smoke got too thick, I started to black out. The next thing I remember was Casper pulling me into the crypt.
No, Casper.
Casper didn't leave.
Yeah.
Your apprentice, the boy.
Casper.
Wait.
You sent him back to Salzburg. He didn't leave.
Oh.
He waited in the woods and watched what was happening. When he saw me in the window of the library, he ran to the crypt to save me. And he did. But he saw that I was trying to save the books and... Oh my god.
Oh
He
no.
went back in.
Casper.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop him. I was barely conscious. He never came back out, Klaus. Jesus. I woke up, everyone was dead or gone. Our consolation was that Casper was alive. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad, it turns out.
So what? I guess you probably did not convince Casper to leave either, Moose.
No. And I don't know
Maybe
what the mechanism...
I think if you are rude enough to him and you tell him to leave, then he leaves and he does not come back.
Oh. Okay.
I think just Andreas survives on his own is my guess.
Yeah, that's why I was curious about what is the mechanism
Yeah.
for.
I do not know, because I also was too nice to Casper.
Couldn't face any of you. I couldn't go back to Sabine, that empty house. So I hid. You painted over the Dance of Death in the Abbey. Yeah, this makes more sense.
Yeah.
It is
We're trying to
separate.
figure out like who,
yeah, we're like it
who
seems
is
like
doing-
that has to be someone separate.
It's not
but
the
who would be
Miller's
doing
son,
it?
and
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
This
and I said I was like, oh, it seems like it almost seems like someone is living out here. And I said I was like,
yes,
it almost feels like it would be Casper, but I don't think that's what it is. God, I just didn't. Yeah, this didn't occur to me. Turns out I had a reason to keep painting. I'm sorry if I scared you. No one's come into the Abbey for years. I thought I was safe there. I was afraid to talk to you. Afraid to talk to anyone.
I'm very normal, Magdalene.
No. He did not. What changed? Why are you here tonight? To help you. To help Klaus. Help me. Help me with the mural? Oh, Magdalene. You've been putting it together, but you're not there yet.
Yeah.
Help you survive to finish it. The hand that tried to kill your father will likely strike again. Oh yeah, so Andreas doesn't know about the new notes. It has killed before to prevent Tassig's history from being known. Tassig's history? Why? Because Tassig's real history is at odds with the story we've all been told.
Oh.
It's been covered bit by bit, layer by layer, until it can no longer be seen. But it's still here. It's always been here, hidden beneath our feet. Oh my... Fuck!
What?
Do you know what it's called when a painting gets painted over?
Oh, I forgot.
To be used for a new paint.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
It's the Pentimento. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I can see, the metaphors of how all this works in this game, and this is like he's literally okay, like that's it. Okay, He's all but said the thing. All right, thank you.
Finally, John Pentiment has come to rear his ugly head.
John Pentiment.
The next line is like, the Italians call it Il Pentimento.
See, they're gonna throw you for a loop and start talking about palimpsests instead.
Which is, similar.
Almost the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, that was the one that I was familiar with that I only looked up because of this game, and it's like, okay, that's what a pentiment is. It's still protected, haunted by the specter of death that has hung over this place for generations. The thread puller. Thank you, Klaus.
Dun dun dun.
Thread puller beneath our feet.
What the fuck are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about? So Klaus knows the term, but he didn't tell Magdalene what they were talking about. The person who attacked your father is the same person who manipulated someone into killing Otto Zimmerman. And Lorenz Rossvogel. I'm glad Klaus is like totally.
I mean, I think Klaus, I think you talked to him about it.
Yeah.
Like in Act 2 a bunch.
Right.
He's like your confidant.
Yeah. He's just like, he's still got it. He's still figured it all out.
Oh my. I'm looking this up because I was like, is this a word in German? And it is thread puller.
Oh, really? It's like
Der Fernseher.
Okay.
Hell yes.
That's so funny.
That does make sense.
Yeah. They travel through the Roman aqueduct that connects Tassing and Curacao. It's a network of tunnels I've become quite familiar with. And I've seen the ghost that haunts them, that can squeeze through the tiniest opening. Once again,
what?
Tombs. What?
Yeah.
What? Is the thread puller
coming...
Tombs? What?
Yes, is he coming down the chimney with that weird practical foreshortening effect?
What is this?
Slithering around.
For everyone else, we're gonna have to watch the Tombs episode.
It's a good episode, isn't it?
Yeah. It is this is an X-Files episode for people. With a guy who only comes out he's like a monster dude, but he
shows up on a consistent schedule.
Yes, every 20 years or something.
What the hell are you talking about?
And he can squeeze
through
the time. No, it's an X-Files
episode of the X-Files.
Okay.
It is kind of the big famous
from the
template
first,
for the Monster of the Week.
It's like the third episode or something.
Yeah, it's because it's the first Monster of the Week episode.
Yeah, and
it is the 21st episode of the first season.
No, that's because that's the one where he comes back.
That's the one.
The
one called Tombs is the return.
Gotcha.
Yes,
I think the first one is just called. Is it just called Stretch?
I was gonna say I think it's called
something?
Stretch. Yes, because the thing is that he can get through very tiny openings.
There's a great practical effect where they built a fake chimney that was very short and had him reach down it, and then took the image and stretched it so that the chimney looked long, and that's what makes him distort when he goes down it. They just fuck with it's a great effect. I love it. But yeah, the chimney was built to look like it was in a weird perspective, so that when you correct the perspective of the chimney, the guy gets all fucked up.
But yeah, I made the joke last time about is the killer Tombs because he appears every 20 years or whatever, but then that he's the other thing that his distinguishing characteristic is being able to squeeze through things. It's funny that comes
also
back.
Eating dead animals.
Yeah, I mean,
off the street.
Yeah. Newspaper.
Yeah, his weird trash nest.
Yes. Licking newspaper is the iconic image of Tombs. Gross as hell. It's
great.
I've seen it bend itself in half to reach places I could never follow. I've traveled along every inch of the aqueduct of the old city. There's one place I never found. The Mithraeum. The lair where the thread puller retreats to. The ancient Roman temple that is determined to hide from view. The Mithraeum! You found it. No, but I napped out of darkness.
He literally
yes,
just
he did just say, I've never found it. Yeah. But I like that he figured it out in the way of like...
I like how he's like, no, but I found out everywhere it's not.
Right,
so
yeah, this is like the old, like, you know, like Doom or something, where you are, no, it wasn't in Doom, but it was in Wolfenstein you could do this, where you know, you map out the level because they're actually 2D, and you can see where there must be hidden rooms because you can't get to them. And then you can go spam
search based on that.
Enter on every
just
single
run along
tile.
the wall. Yeah.
And I believe I know how to get there. Come with me. I'll show you. Dad? He's a good man, Magdalene. You'll be safe with him. Will you be alright? Yes, I'll be fine. Protect my daughter, Andreas. With my life, Klaus. I promise. Alright, let's find the Mithraeum. Alright. A rat house. What are we doing here? When the men dug the foundation, they found Roman ruins that had been buried over time. Lucky never wasted stones, so he used the Roman wall as one of the cellars. There's a way inside.
This is like shades of like the bearded, like jaded, like older Ezio at the end of that trilogy.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but yeah, that makes sense. To the hidden place. Are you alright?
No.
Yes? Alright. Into the Rathskeller.
I love to go into the Rathskeller.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna go back over here. Okay. Why did we come over? Okay. It's like we came
Let's
up
go to the
here
front and then go back to the side
if we're going over here, why didn't you lead us over here?
Yeah.
Look, he's having a rough time.
Yeah, he's had a rough life.
He doesn't know how to, like, talk anymore.
Doing pretty well for having not had a conversation with
impressive, anyone. All things considered, but...
This wall's different.
Glad this pickaxe is differently colored than the background element.
Wow, that makes it so convenient for animating.
And this is the place? No. It's two-sided, new and old. This was above ground once. It carried water. Look. Alright, I think I can make it out. Cornelius goes to the baths day and completes the sixth step in the Mithraeum. Yes. You see? No? There were cults of Mithras all over the Roman Empire. We know there was a Mithraeum in Tassing, but this is just some graffito from an initiate. How does it help us? Well, here. Stand back.
Jesus, dude.
I hope this isn't load bearing.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
structure integral
the
to
load
the
bearing
structural
wall.
Yeah.
A warning would be nice. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to being around people.
I was gonna say that.
This is the aqueduct. The aqueduct carries water to the baths, so you think this will take us to the Mithraeum. Exactly. You seem quite confident. We know it exists. I know where it is not. I believe this is the only place it could be. It must be near the baths. Well, you've already smashed the hole.
Might as well.
I suppose we might as well look. After you, please. Shouldn't you be going first? Oh. doesn't seem that dark.
You know, for the convenience of...
This part of the tunnel is collapsed. I think. Yes, Casper and I found a collapsed section of the aqueduct near town. We didn't find out what was on the other side. I wouldn't let him explore it. I should have taken more care with him. Andreas, we can't do anything about that now. Yes, of course. Right, interesting. Well, that... I mean, I assumed that if you told Casper to try, you wouldn't actually get anywhere.
I do not know. I did not attempt that.
Yeah.
I was like, I must protect Casper. And look where it fucking got me.
The decoration. These must have been the baths. Doesn't look like there's a way through. Silt. All the floods kept carrying it down here. Hundreds of years of floods. What if we can't get through? What if it's buried forever? Then it's not the lair of your secret mastermind.
Go and get that pickaxe.
Yeah, pick the silt away.
It's too early to get this discouraged. Let's keep looking. Like, they're not here to... I mean, I assume we are going to get some history stuff, but that's not the stated reason we're here.
Yeah.
The reason is because he thinks this is where the person's operating from. Which, I don't know why they need a secret lair.
This is so secret. Yeah.
Like, we just thought they were operating in town, because they're just a person. Like,
yeah.
it's not like they need a secret... what are they doing in their secret lair?
Being a Dracula.
Writing
I mean, like,
secret notes? Like,
yeah, I was going to say, like, being able to deliver the, like, notes to all these people unseen probably was helpful.
oh, from the aqueduct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that
Yeah.
makes sense to me, but, like, you don't need a, like, base in the aqueduct if you just have a bunch of entrances, I guess. What did we couldn't go back. Yeah. What did we...
I think it's in the bathhouse. Right?
Yeah, I just didn't see anything to click on.
There's something here? No?
Huh.
You can't go... Okay. Can't go past the stairs that way.
Can you just go all the way to the right?
Oh, you can.
Oh, we can.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
all right.
More stairs. Down? Something be below the baths? Hypocaust. Use warm air to heat rooms above. Roman colonies in the north often had them.
Looking into the camera, saying, "Hey, want to know some Rome facts?"
Let's hope those haven't filled with silt as well. Ooh. So close up.
These... Wait.
Do you know where we're going?
I thought these were books at first.
These
Piles of books everywhere.
pillars just kind of going on in all directions. Andreas, could you look that way? I think I'm going to try exploring ahead. Of course. Ah, yes. Let's split up. Great plan.
Uh-huh.
Andreas time.
Oh, fuck. Christ.
What the...
Jump scare.
How could you abandon your work, Andreas? Oh, no, I didn't realize I had a time limit on reading that. Oh.
Andreas is doing great.
The only thing more
Thank you for
pitiful than
asking,
watching
Magdalene.
you work in that scriptorium was your love of that dyeing art.
Andreas seems to be doing fine.
Huh?
Yeah. Having a great time.
An eye for an eye, Andreas. You may have condemned me, but in doing so, you damned yourself as well.
The constant
Why
shaking.
did you send me back into the flames? Yeah, well, it's getting worse as we go.
Yeah.
You stressed.
Ah. Oh, hi.
Yep.
No, no, this isn't right. I can't be here right now. How did I get here? Andreas, you're still here. Yes, for a little longer. You're leaving. I'm the last vestige of reason that once ruled this court. When it goes, I will go with it. But who will rule the city if you leave? No one. You must leave this place forever, Andreas. You must abandon it for good. But how? What can I do? I don't even know how I got here. This is what's a place of refuge for you, Andreas. But it has become a prison you constructed to protect yourself. From what? From pain? From risk? From life itself? But I can't stay here. I have to help Magdalene. How do I get out? Andreas, you are the architect. I will help you as best I can, but you're the only one who can answer that. Maze.
So, I think the time period lines up on this being like a literary figure that would exist at the time this game is happening. I kind of wonder if the like giant, the background is meant to be evoking Pantagruel or Gargantua.
Oh. Huh. I don't know enough. Oh, right. I forget I'm on the white lines and not
Yep.
in the
labyrinth
thing.
What year is it?
It is because it's all 16th century, so it's 15 something.
I don't remember what year it is specifically now.
So I had to step away from it. So we just talked to some ghosts and then got into the labyrinth.
You got to see the like dream stage.
Yeah, the like
with melancholy
Prester John
again. Well,
place?
Prester John's
Well, he's not
long
there.
gone.
not present,
Yes.
and there is a giant in the background smashing things around. Who I brought up. The thing that the giant calls to mind to me is the like satirical novels Gargantua and Pantagruel, which were like published in like 1530s, I want to say.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're past that, yeah.
1532,
Because the game
1534.
started in the 15.
Well, the revolt was in 25, but it's
Yeah,
past
okay,
that,
that's what it is.
obviously.
Yeah, so it's like
yeah.
How many years has passed since the revolt? I don't remember, but you know, at least more than
A
10.
bit.
Enough. A bunch of people
Like
have
maybe
grown
20.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I think it's less than 20, more than 10.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. So there's Melancholia, who we saw before, had taken over the city,
Right.
and she just said like, you know, this was Andreas's refuge that he had constructed, and now it's his prison, and he needs to leave it forever. Because and there's the big giant smashing
buddy.
everything.
Yeah, beating a building with a piece of itself.
Yeah. Hello, Andreas. Is that you, Sabine? Yes, of course. I'm still here. Part of me will always be here with you. We haven't talked in so long. Why? Reminded me of August. Remind me. Wasn't all bad, Andreas. We lost him, but we had 4 years together. They were happy years, weren't they? It doesn't seem like... It's hard to remember. It doesn't seem like he was particularly happy before that. Just got a lot worse. This great black pain blots out all the joy. I know. It was hard for both of us. I don't blame you for anything. And you should stop blaming yourself. It may be too late for us, but it's not too late for you, Andreas. It's not too late for Magdalene. Yes, Magdalene. You have to help her. You can, Andreas, but you have to leave this place behind for good. I know. I can. I will. You will. Thank you. Will I ever see you again? Not in this place. But maybe someday, in a better place. In a better dream. You could go back to Nuremberg and really fuck things up.
Oh, that would be.
I'm sure it'd be fun.
Just, don't let anyone know.
Uh-oh.
So that the people don't come after the money. Master Andreas. Oh, Casper. It's really you. It's so good to see you again, Master. How can you say that? You died because of me. I just wanted to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. You shouldn't blame yourself anymore. What should I do? Get back to life, I think. I wish I knew how. Help Magdalene, Master, and she'll help you. All right, Casper. Thank you. Thank you for everything you taught me. What happened? This was the way out. Before I started talking to Casper, I know this was the way out. Your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. Oh, it's Beatrice. It remembers the pain of life. It's trying to protect you from it. Beatrice? Yes? I thought you were gone. You brought me back. Oh. So, what do I do now? Keep going.
I will be.
Beatrice.
Yeah.
Was Beatrice there in the first?
Yes. I think
right?
she becomes Melancholia, I think. Or like...
Yeah,
I forget what is
believe
she
that's
supposed to represent.
She was...
She was like more positive or something?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You too. It too? It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. I thought I had forgotten it. I knew you were still here, though. Quietly waiting for me. Can't change the past. Can't cover it up. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's alright. What? It's alright, Daddy. It is? You don't have to hide here anymore. I'm scared, August. I know.
I'm back.
That's why you can't stay. There are people who need you. What if I can't help them? I don't know, Daddy. I'm too little. I think you have to figure that out on your own. Of course. You're
Get
right.
your shit squared.
Thank you.
Dude.
Stop fucking up.
Fucking...
I love you, Daddy. Love you too. Good night, August. Good night. Good night, okay?
Good night.
They shifted again.
I don't know if you remember, but the last time Andreas was in here and talking to August, he talked about how, like, he waited by August's door after saying goodnight for so long to hear August say goodnight back. And
yeah, I forgot about it.
Came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still trying to protect you. No. It's not? No, I don't have to do this. This is my mind. My maze. I'm leaving. Good. This next part might be confusing.
I'm out of here.
Oh, yes, hello.
Look familiar?
Uh-huh. I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Did I make this? You borrowed it. From where? From what? Oh, you don't remember, Andreas? There are layers to everything, even our memories. Over time, the foundations become buried. We can no longer recall how we got here. No longer recall what came before.
Painted over by Nemo.
And what came before? Our Lady, watching over the labyrinth, as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deep into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth, but there was a labyrinth. I don't understand. Sister Amelie? Is this real? Am I still in my mind? You're here with me, and we are here in spirit. Are we still in the ruins? Oh God. We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Your spirit was wandering, and the Lord brought you here. I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I'm not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. I'm having a vision? I know it is confusing. I'm not even sure of my own visions. But if you are here with me, it is the will of the Lord. Andreas? Sister Amelie? What are you doing here, sister?
I believe I just explained.
This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle.
Yeah.
It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Well, yes, this is it. The Lord's will. What do you mean? I do not know myself. I do not dare to comprehend, only to serve. And it is my duty to answer when I am called. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Through the door between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Right, there's the, like, grave dug in the cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Anchoress's chamber.
Yeah. Here the Lord tells me what messages I must bear, and to whom. God.
Of course, the Anchoress has been here the whole time, but I was like, well, she's in her cell.
Secret network. Secret doors. You deliver messages? Yes, once long ago, I was a scribe. Copied many works of the great church doctors. Origin in particular. But that all ended with fire. It ended with my life. Wait, Andreas is putting it together. Does she, because we hear a little bit about her past way back in when she's introduced.
I don't really remember.
I am, yeah, did they mention her being a scribe?
They mentioned that she was brought here from a different place because there was a...
Yeah, that I did remember.
I don't remember if the scribe thing comes up.
Yeah, I assume not. I thought I had given up the pen forever until the visions returned. Oh,
No.
God, what
Yeah,
a
this is good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It fucking rules.
No. When fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters, not one. Till all I could grab was a single book and a bolt of cloth. I couldn't understand why God spared me alone. But he showed me.
You're talking about the original fire, like why she moved here, or
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
Abbey fire?
Yeah.
Why she
Okay.
moved here.
I
Why
think-
she moved
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
'Cause she was the only survivor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think I remember that getting mentioned. It sounds familiar anyway. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Aha. Aha.
Mm.
Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. Yeah, when we first came in here and I was like, what? Like Amelie? And then she was talking about God's will. I was like, oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
You do know somebody who has strong opinions on what
yeah, and who would
should
be
and
able
shouldn't be
to
God's will,
like
and would have a we have seen him talk to her when she is having one of her fits in a very like
Sorry, Diaz scratched me.
oh no.
That's okay.
That
So there's a thread puller behind the thread. You know, like the thread puller isn't even the note writer.
Uh-huh.
There's an infinite regression of thread puller.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind Father Thomas is the Pope.
Uh-huh.
He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do. It was you the whole time. You wrote the notes. I mean, yes, Andreas, but also no. Did you listen to what she just said?
No, literally wrote.
Yes, yeah, I mean, yes. It was her that wrote the notes. But that's really not the important part now. I found one by my dad when he was attacked. Sister Amelie, you pushed those people into committing murder. What? No, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. No, Magdalene.
Would.
Yeah. Where's Father Thomas Wood? Calm yourself, sister. We'll figure this out. This doesn't make any sense. Why would Amelie want... Okay, you guys are being a little slow.
Come
here.
on now.
She just straight up said, it's Father Thomas telling me what to
interpret
do.
It, yeah.
Yeah, like he tells me what the Lord's will is, and then I go do it. Like, no, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No. I am not here. This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
That's me yelling.
Ah, there's the bastard.
Here's the motherfucker.
Sister Amelie, it's all right. Father Thomas, how did you get to... Come on, guys.
There's a bunch of ways in, y'all.
I mean, there's not very many ways to hear, I guess, but... Well, I guess there must be. Unclear. Tassing is an old place.
It's beneath the tabernacle.
It's buried many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth, it was Sister Amelie who rediscovered them first and found this place. There we go.
Yep.
I'm glad to see the logic coming back. Dimensions.
Andreas' swollen brain is churning away.
This is the foundation.
Now he's been hallucinating.
Dusting off the logic gears.
Uh-huh.
Father Thomas, did you? In other circumstances, I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I am still happy you're alive. Thank God. But
thanks,
I think
buddy.
the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about. Yeah, it's like, I'm glad you're alive, For a little
Time
while
to
longer.
probably fucking kill you.
Yeah. You.
Fuck him up.
You and Sister Amelie were behind all of the murders. No, she had no part in this. But the notes, she wrote them. She did, but she did not understand their purpose. I guided her. I told her what to write. To what end? What was the point of all this? Look around you. What do you see? Paintings of Roman gods, Mars and Diana. Look closer. It looks like the statue of St. Moritz from the meadow, and the images of St. Sadia from the shrine.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting.
I don't understand.
Okay.
St. Moritz and St. Sadia, and Mars and Diana.
You can't let
The saints
people
are
know
the
that
gods?
This is based on pagan
Look,
stuff.
he's
What a
very
shocking turn of events.
When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. I think there's a centuries-long gap of uninhabitedness.
Look,
I don't think
this
you
guy
want to say,
might
I don't think
not-
they have a good grasp of
Yeah,
time,
I think it's
right?
still
I mean,
like
don't
they
think
don't
this
really
guy
understand. Yeah.
has a clear picture
Yeah,
either of
yeah.
the particulars of the
Yeah.
time periods.
I guess because to him, he can't imagine that with it continually inhabited, that kind of
It needs
transformation.
to be,
Yeah, there needs to be
yeah,
the rupture.
there needs to be a reset. Yeah.
The statue of Mars Pater, that once watched over the Roman fields, stood there still, headless and nameless. Settlers believed it was St. Moritz, who was already a legend where they had
That's
come
the
from.
head she was holding on to.
Yeah, I did see that.
I
Yeah.
didn't
when
realize
we,
that until now.
Yes.
Okay, that's the same one. I
Says Mars Pater right there on the forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we could only see it when in the initial close-up when it was cut, like the transition to here.
You can still kind of read the letters.
A little bit, yeah. But it's pretty small.
Now Thomas is in the way too.
Yeah.
But
They found the shrines to Sadia, and not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint. It's not uncommon for
Magdalene's
stories
just like,
to...
that's normal.
Yeah, to borrow and change characters from older tales.
They're not characters.
But these are not stories,
Yeah.
Magdalene!
Yeah.
These are saints! Our saints! The settlers did not see them through pagan Roman eyes, but through Christian eyes. No one knew they were Roman gods, because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here. Except for Historia Taciae. Historia Taciae was not known then. Perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost for before it made its way to Father Matthias. And you killed him for it. Yes, with poison. No one suspected.
I like that the word murder you kill has been several times, but now is the option you killed someone?
Like what?
Like, well, yeah.
Like directly? I thought you were just manipulating people into manipulating people to kill people. There's like second order, third order murder, and then there's first order
Murder.
All right, I guess she wouldn't know who Father Matthias was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is both for her and for the benefit of anybody who hasn't paid attention to that.
Right. Well, I mean, for us, we
'Cause
can
he only
do the
really
pull
comes
out,
up. Yeah.
and get the little thing. He was the abbot of Kirsau before Father Gernot. He was a good and honest man, one of the most forthright abbots I've known. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that St. Moritz had ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that St. Sadia was the Roman goddess Diana, he resolved to deal with it. And you resolved to deal with him.
Oh, so
Interesting.
he's like,
Yeah.
he's
Look,
not mad
remember
about.
this is the guy who was like, it is good for things to improve for the people, but he's very concerned about, for example, the like books being what books are being printed for who.
Right.
And he's like, he has this very like, things should improve, but not drastically.
Yeah, it's
I was just gonna say, it's
like,
interesting because he's not like the abbot was going to deal with it in the sense of being like, oh, these are not like real.
yeah,
kind of like
he was gonna
denounced
try
it,
to,
probably.
yeah.
So like that was assuming that like that was, but like he's like, no, I want to keep them as saints for the sake of Tassing having its own saints.
Because it is, fundamentally useful for maintaining like the Christian hegemony of this town that otherwise does have other beliefs to fall back onto if like everything was upended.
Well, we also know that
I'm not sure that would be like, I guess for like pilgrimages and stuff as well.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
It's
Is
also
we
like
also
a
know it's
huge source of income.
economically important.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Because
economically.
like the tavern exists because of it. It's
the abbey only persisted because of because they were getting money from
donations from pilgrims.
Yeah. Andreas, our people believe in St. Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. And they believe in the legend of St. Sadia, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. And that was worth killing the abbot. I believed it was then, yes. St. Moritz never came to Tassing. What is in the reliquary? What are the pilgrims coming to see?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, St. Sadia, and believe their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a false star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? Right, and obviously this starts at a time when there is a whole lot of concern over people rejecting.
Right, but I would say like people must have suspected something odd over the years, Father. He's like, yeah, and I killed him.
Yeah, that does.
Because notably, this is an idea that people bring up multiple times beforehand. It's like, wow, these two stories sure are similar.
Yes, yeah,
and the Mars stuff.
Yeah, says that.
And the what's the name of like the Roman legionnaire story?
Mauritius, I think.
It's interesting because like now that you're saying that, it's like, wow, this does seem.
Like and that's obviously been like a thing that has come up in other categories too, right? Over and over again.
It does seem like it's just like an obvious thing now that you're mentioning that, but it's like because I mean what we're going back to earlier about how like the like imminence of belief for people in this time. Whereas like I was like not even concerned, like why would you kill people over this? This is like who cares? But
right.
Like, I'm like, oh, right. Because
and I think that's like... because this is basically what we said last time when we were
we were talking about the name of the rose and how like
the
villain motivation that is fucking bizarre.
Right.
Yeah, it is impossible to comprehend outside of like a deeply Christian, like medieval,
and even then, a fairly weird guy.
Like Christian. The other people in that book are also like what? Like that's what you're worried about? Like, People must have suspected something odd over the years, Father. Suspicion is not proof, especially when no one really wants to know the truth. People have faith in spite of doubt. That is why I have worked to preserve the legends of our saints. You're preserving a lie. I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth.
Okay.
Of course.
This, yeah, I think this is very interesting. Because ultimately, Thomas is like... You know, we were having the conversation earlier about the different mindsets, right? And, like, the way in which people... That, like, religious mindset and that it's hard for us to understand. This is the modern one. This is the one you see in historical fiction where it's like religion as a tool, and that's and it's like the people like not, you know, like it doesn't matter if it's real. And so it's really interesting because so much of the game has emphasized how much people do believe, that to see someone who doesn't take it that way is really actually very surprising and striking.
Which is also, I think it's interesting because we do get some stuff like from Thomas earlier about like Thomas is sympathetic towards the Lutherans.
Yes, yeah.
Stuff like that. Where,
but he just, the thing that
Thomas
he's concerned about is the way that it upsets the existing order.
Like, yeah, he's like forward thinking in certain ways, but unable to conceive of like it has to go at a pace that does not bother him.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where his hang up lies.
Yeah, this is almost a modern, like you're saying, like in the way that like nowadays it's kind of hard even for religious people to go back, right, to like a mindset. You at some level, especially when it comes into contact with like political, you know, Christianity or political Islam, those types of things, where it's like at some level there's like some cynicism going on.
Yeah, there are things people have fundamentally accepted today that, you know, were deeply controversial at best, and, you know, in the past, obviously. God so loved the world that he gave his only son. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. Are you saying by faith alone, Thomas?
Interesting.
Saints have walked among
Someone
us.
should look into this.
Their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassing can stand in a field, look over our valley, and say, St. Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of St. Moritz is a lie. So many people have died because of what you've done. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives, to prevent death.
Well, bad job, buddy.
But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tessiae. A copy he promised to give to the abbot so Curacao could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gernot read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gernot chose to run the abbey, my fears may have been unfounded. You think he wouldn't have cared? Whether he cared or not, I think the abbey would have been more concerned with preserving the abbey. But there was also the Baron himself. Given his provocations, he surely would have told people eventually. Then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with the story of Tessier. He couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. Yeah, no shit.
Oops.
God.
You seem to have a difficult time reading people.
God.
You
Look,
killed
you're bad at this.
You killed him to prevent an uprising, but caused it instead. Someone else killed him, as someone else killed Baron Rothvogel. And it wasn't to prevent an uprising, but to stop him from showing people what he found, which is the head.
Yep, head of St. Moritz.
What he found when he was helping dig the foundations of the rat house. Something from our pagan ancestors. No, not quite so old. What he found was a stone head. Missing head of the statue in the meadow. Statue... Okay, I'm sorry. Not from our pagan ancestors. From the other pagans.
Yeah,
who are
I
not our
don't-
ancestors.
Yeah,
but also the people who were the
the
pagans
Romans,
before
not the
Romans
pagans. Yeah, it's a weird
left.
distinction.
And then people were gone for 100, and then they came back, and now those people were Christian.
Yeah, you know.
What a weird timeline this guy has in his head of history.
Look, you just gotta believe.
How did it wind up over there? Most likely culprits are rain, floods,
Look, the
and
confusing
time.
timeline illuminates the greater chronology.
Black Tull told me that farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year. Yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil till Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favored the town with his discovery. But he couldn't read.
Yep.
What Otto could not know is that our shrine statue was not of St. Moritz. Because Otto could not read the words chiseled across the helmet. Mars Pater. But the man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, could. Yes. And you told him to meet you on St. John's Eve at the rat house. I could not let him destroy our town's beliefs. And you had poor Sister Amelie write down what you told her were visions. Visions she couldn't remember. And deliver them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin. So that one of them would murder Otto, just as someone murdered Lorenz. What about my father? I'm sorry, Magdalene. Why did you do it? Doesn't make any sense. Was it because of the mural? Yes. Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassig's past, Kirsau's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Sadia. This place, everything. So you tried to kill him. No, I tried to scare him. First with the note. He ignored it. I thought if I ransacked the workshop, it would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was just an accident. It wasn't an accident. You almost killed him. I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalene? No. Of course not. I'm not capable of killing you both. I have neither the means nor the will to do so.
Yep.
If he had the means, I'm not sure he wouldn't have the will. Even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. What?
I was gonna say he's gonna start collapsing the fucking
shoulder check the killer.
It's gotta fucking hurt.
No, fuck Thomas, stop. It's too late for me, but I can still take Tassig's secrets with me. My God. Father, you're gonna kill us all. You're gonna kill Amelie. Then leave and take her with you. You could tell the townsfolk what you want, but if you stay here, we'll die together.
Okay, how about I pick up the stone head and bash his head with it?
Yeah,
You fucking hit him.
Also, like,
Yeah.
so if you collapse this, is the church gonna
Father
collapse?
Thomas, the silo
Yeah,
doors.
this is right below the church.
Right. I was like, this is underneath the church. The church is gonna collapse. We're gonna dig it out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
people are gonna see
He's
this.
panicking.
I know.
He's not.
This is a. Yeah, you really kill yourself and destroy the church. Yeah. You can't stop people from learning the truth.
Because you can't
Maybe
handle the
spirit
truth.
to
know.
Okay, we need to. Oh no.
Father?
We need to get out of here instead of standing here?
Yeah, alright. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
glad
sure.
that Andreas is strong enough to pick her up still. And
Oh my God.
I guess that the aqueduct is not gonna,
It's not connected. It's fine.
or the tunnels. Are you alright? I think so. You? In truth, no. But I survived. So did she. They must have heard that at the Golden Hand.
The
Yeah,
building,
the
like
entire
falling into a
church.
Yeah,
sinkhole.
probably.
Yeah, probably.
A bunch of people are all like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Oh yeah, what a Merry Christmas. The church has collapsed.
What are we gonna tell them? What do you mean? About this? About everything? Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? For the same reason Father Thomas did it.
Shut the fuck up, Andreas.
So we should reward what he did? All the people he's hurt? Is it better to punish the people of Tassing? What good will it do to tell everyone about St. Moritz and St. Sadia? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that, if nothing else. Maybe it would break their faith. Yeah, no. I think he's wrong. You know them better than I do. Especially since I've been away for so long. Excuse me. You came back after all this time to solve this, but it's hard to feel like we actually accomplished anything. Are we any better off than we were this morning? Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. Maybe he never would have. I think you're right. We should tell them. Okay, good. We didn't get a... I didn't think about it until that moment, but
You did
yeah.
have the opportunity to
have we
fail a
been-
persuasion
The
check.
persuasion check comes up for
Oh,
Andreas.
that would be so
It's like-
mean at the end. It'd be like,
About the saints, the Romans, all of it. I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. I'm sorry. I am too, but I still think it's what we need to do. Then we'll tell them. Good. We should get Sister Amelie someplace warm.
Yeah, probably.
Could take her to my house. You'll probably have some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you didn't die in that fire. I am too. I think. Merry Christmas, Andreas. Surprise
Merry
Christmas game. Oh. Magdalene, you made it back. Did you think I wouldn't? Well, I heard such a terrible din and the house shook. I feared the worst. Is everything all right? I don't think so, Dad. But it will be. Are you all right, Dad? Yes, I'm sorry. Just tired. Sit by me. Tell me what happened.
So
Wow.
your friend's a fucking freak. Do you know?
It started in the rat house. Well, the Rathskeller. Did you know the back wall was part of the old Roman aqueduct? Huh. so we went into the aqueduct. The section we found must have been closed off for centuries. Found an old Roman bathhouse. We couldn't go through, so we found our way down to a level under the baths. I think Andres said it was a hypocon.
Hey, buddy.
I got separated from Andres. Interesting, I was really afraid I'd lost him. We'd both gotten lost down there. But then I heard his voice off in the distance, and I was so...
Oh, no.
Dad. You still listening?
Oh.
Oh. Whew.
I know it's hard. I mean, I could only imagine how hard it is. But we will all do our best to make you feel welcome when you get here. It's strange to think this will probably be the last letter I send to you. So I will end it with my love. Esther.
Moving to Prague.
Magdalene? April 1544. Yes.
Oh, that's almost 20 years.
Yeah, so it was like, so it was 1543 before.
Yeah.
So like 18.
18.
Sorry to disturb you, but I wanted to let you know that everything is in order. Altus has ensured that all of the financial matters will be handled. The money will be forwarded to you via the Reichspost as soon as everything is settled. I appreciate it. Please thank him for me. Thank him for everything. Of course, Mr. Struckren. I do not know your father well, but I know that he was well regarded by everyone who spoke of him. It seems that Tassing has lost many things in one man. I'm very sorry. Thank you. Good fortune to you. Oh, hi.
Hey, Gertrude.
Are you sure you have everything you need, Magdalene? I think so. Thank you. I made you something to take with you on the road. It's chamomile, cinnamon, and wheat flour. If you're traveling, and you're having cramps, I know, I'll use it. Well, Hildegard's recipe just called for chamomile and wheat flour. I added the cinnamon for taste. So sorry about what happened to your father. Thank you. Mother Francisca had us all say prayers for him. And for you as well, when she heard you were leaving. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. Just keep us in your prayers from time to time. We'll all miss you so much, Magdalene. I'll miss you too. Can't believe you're really leaving. You should come visit me. The farthest I've ever been is the Mittenwald Market, so I don't think that's very likely. Write to us, though. I want to hear about your new life. I will, I promise. You're a special girl, Magdalene Hurkrin. I understand why you're leaving. God knows you have a good cause. But Tessing won't be the same without you. Safe travels. God bless you. Nope. Good morning, Mr. Struckren. Are you off soon? Yes, father. Just saying my last few farewells. Of course. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you or your father. God rest his soul. I am too. Don't let those bohemians put any heretical ideas in your head.
My God.
Thank you, Elias.
Once
Jan
their
Hus knew the
pernicious
truth.
seeds take root, they can choke the faith right out of
I
you.
remind you of the papal bull against Jan Hus.
I don't know, Father. I've heard they have some interesting ideas. All right, young lady. Just because I'm new here doesn't mean you should tease me. Oh, hi, Emily.
Hi, Homily.
Are you leaving today? I am.
God,
Just
that
headed up
purple
to the
script
mill
is
in a
so
bit.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
It's
so
great.
sorry for everything that happened. I know. It's all right now. Thank you for helping me. Do you know what you'll do now? Will you become an Acrus again? I don't know, honestly. Father Elias is trying to help me, but I need to learn to rely on my own judgment a little more. I'm going to take a long time to atone for my part in what happened. Perhaps the rest of my life. You were tricked. We all were. Even so, I must make amends. I am writing an account of what happened here. As well as I can remember it, anyway. If it is not enough to earn forgiveness, I pray that it will at least illuminate this history of great darkness. Good. It's worth remembering. God bless you, Sister Amelie. God bless and keep you safe on your travels, Magdalene. Alright.
Hey, buddy.
Oh my god, I have to talk to...
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. I'm sad that we can't just ignore him.
Should have let you ignore him.
Oh, hey Mags.
Otto.
Otto. I'm really sorry about your dad. He was always nice to me. My mom says he was a good man. She's right. Well, thanks. I should get going.
Bye.
Mags. Magdalene. You sure you don't want to...
Oh my god.
Ah.
Oh my God.
I'm sure. No. Oh. Well, that was a fast answer. Didn't
Yeah.
even to think of... No! It's...
God.
No, motherfucker.
Look after your mother. Jesus.
Just fucking brutal.
Just bringing it on himself. Oh, yeah, everybody's here. Magdalene, dear, I wish you'd stay with us. Little Andreas and Ulrika will miss you greatly. I'll miss them also. Testing is not the place for me. It's past time to leave. You will find your happiness out there yet, somewhere beyond the hills and valleys. I know it in my heart. God looks after you, as he does for us all. That's my hope. Hope is what drives us forward. Maybe one day you'll come to visit us again, with your own family in tow. If that's the case, I'll make sure to send you a letter ahead of time. Of course, do write. I sometimes still think of all the lives and places out there. When I was younger, I often dreamed of traveling, visiting the many kingdoms. But I've found my peace, here and now, in Tassing, even after all that's happened.
Ooh.
With your husband. He was an awful man. think... No, I think it was his fault. Agnes always said that. It was his fault. But then later, he gifted me Paul. At least I got Paul. And the two of us survived those frightening times. When Paul and Anna found each other, after all we had suffered, it was like a miracle. My little darlings. Without them, I never had little Andreas and Ulrika. Rambling. Stay safe on the road, Magdalene, dear. We're still in dangerous times. I will. Oh. Wow.
Oh. Hey.
Are you sure I look all right?
Looking horse.
Oh, wow. What is going on with the horse? Oh, no.
You know, medieval drawings.
Put this in the, you seen the, you know, there's a thing where it's like, draw a horse without any reference, like, just to see what people draw. No one can draw a horse. Of course, Andreas. You look perfectly respectable. You're a little worse for wear, but a good sight better than you were. It's kind of the women to help clean me up. I'm afraid I'd forgotten how to look after myself.
I did not realize that was Andreas.
Yeah.
He looks so different.
Hello, random dude. We have never met. Oh wait.
Yeah, well, yeah. When I was walking up to him, I was like, "Oh, this is the guy loading the cart for us, or whatever." And then I
I was like,
over,
"Oh, this is the cart driver."
Like,
okay.
Andreas, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay."
Voxlove, I think.
Yeah.
Some would say you took care of yourself quite admirably. How many men here could have survived in a burned-out cellar the better part of 20 years? Subsisting on our discarded rye, no less. I'm sorry about that. Andreas, we already told you it's all right now. Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. Are you off soon? Hello. Yes, I'm riding with your flower to Mittenwald, and then down the Isar. I'm sorry to see you go, Magdalene. But I hope Prague is everything you've dreamed of. If it's half the city Esther describes, I'm sure I'll love it. It was a wonder the last time I saw it.
Right, you've been there.
You have a chance to make a life of your own there. Yeah, it's interesting that that's it feels like a good mirror that it's the place Andreas spends a bunch of time, and then that it becomes important for Magdalene, but that is just there's other options for where Andreas spent that time.
Yep.
And I assume that this is always Prague for where Esther is.
Yes. Esther is always in Prague.
You have a chance to make a life of your own out there. God knows I've squandered so much of mine. Use the time you have, and use it well. I will. I don't know how, but I will. I wish you could have seen it, Andreas. I know. He would have loved it. Yeah, you gotta show us the mural, God.
Is that... Okay, I have in the background, is that the town or is that a different town?
That is I believe that's the ruins of the abbey.
That's the abbey, you think? Okay. It just looked like
yes,
too many buildings
that's
to be
because that's the stairs going up, and then this is the guest house.
Oh,
and then
that's
the abbot's house on the right.
Yes,
the
it
stairs.
is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
So the stable and the guest house, and then the stairs, and then the other stairs leading up to the abbot's house.
Yeah.
Yep. That's kind of you to say. We all need words of encouragement, and besides, it's the truth. Magdalene, I wanted to ask you something about the mural before you go. I thought it was supposed to cover the whole wall. Why did you leave a section blank? For the future. Unless history is going to stop in Tassig the moment I roll down the road. wagon is about to leave. Yeah, somebody's got to paint a mural about Andreas.
Yeah. All that fucked up shit that happened when the church collapsed.
Yeah, yeah. It hardly feels like enough time. Thank you for everything you did for me, my family. God bless you, Andreas Mailer.
Oh, I want to say goodbye to the kids.
Yeah, where are the kids?
Yeah. Maybe they'll chase after the wagon.
Andreas, are you all right?
The kids are... You can see the kids right now, actually. Look
my
to
God,
the top
they're
right
up
of the
here.
screen.
Yeah, they're drawing on the
Oh.
windmill.
You know what? I did see movement, and I was like, I just...
That's great.
Okay.
I'm lost. That's all right. You're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Besides, you can't leave yet. The children require your expertise.
Uh-huh.
Oh. They're up on the walkway. I'll have supper ready when you're done. Just remember that you're always welcome in our home, Andreas. Thank you. I wonder if this plays out, if any of this stuff plays out differently if you're like, tell Paul, like, no, you should give up the art shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I assume most people are nice to Paul, so... Oh. That's my hat.
Yeah.
Your mom stole that from me.
Pretty sure Andreas is standing on a box that's bigger than him.
Little Andreas.
Yes, little Andreas.
Oh, okay. Here's the human sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was like, is this gonna be entirely silent?
First of all, I thought Andreas was killing somebody. That's what
Okay, here's the, donation of the
Lady Kearsall.
land. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they did paint the Mithraeum.
Mm.
This song is by an artist I quite like. Lingua Ignota is at least the name of the, like... I think she is doing a musical project under a different name now, but
Mm-hmm.
I think Lingua Ignota is like the project that she kind of got famous for. She's very good.
Cool.
Pretty good memory.
Ooh, family tree? Town tree?
In fact, I will post her Bandcamp in. Ranker
Oh yeah,
Peter
you failed
Gertner.
to.
What?
I was going to say you failed to convince Martha not to join the Abbey.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Oh dear God.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
she's a heretic.
Well. That
I didn't
sucks.
realize. Okay. Wait, who was
What the reason that he's next to where Ursula is because there is a way that Ursula can also get turned as a heretic.
Who's this giant?
Really?
Oh no!
Yes. In my playthrough, both of them were fine because the monk who was sent to be the do like an inquisition of them was Ferenc, who survived, and is a secret
Oh.
witch. So he does not care about heresy.
I guess, because we told Ursula to be careful.
Yes.
Like, we heard all of her stuff and we're like,
It's
look,
such
we
a,
don't have a
like-
problem with this, but you should probably be careful.
It's kind of a random selection of like people to have like their fate revealed.
Well, most people, I
You
mean,
know.
I think basically everyone's in there. It's just kind of like most people are just
They lived their life.
Yeah, they're just living in the town.
Well, maybe Andreas gets married again.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ready for that ever.
Andreas already is married.
The book.
No, like literally,
Well,
actually,
yes, literally.
it's hard to get
Yeah.
married after you've already been married.
I
At least in these
Look,
times.
well,
the records are that
wouldn't
good.
be if they know, but they all know who he is, and they do know that he's
Uh-huh.
married. Yes, you'd have to go somewhere else.
Just go somewhere, I guess.
Which I don't think he's gonna do because he has no. He can't do. He doesn't have like a skill that he can do, and
Oh,
even if you're moving somewhere, you kind of have to know someone else somewhere. I don't know that he's up to do painting.
Look, people like
It's like
that
riding
that
a bike.
crazy ass shit he was doing in the Abbey.
Uh-huh.
People, it's gonna be the new big thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I've invented Guernica,
Jesus.
way early.
Christ.
It's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Like it is.
Andreas.
I feel like it is deliberately playing on
Yeah,
that sort of like tormented
Right.
figure. As representative of like the artists themselves also
City and
being-
University Chancellor.
What a good game.
It was very good.
Yeah,
I
really good.
yeah, one thing I like about in this ending is like so much of the Magdalene stuff, outside of there's the main plot and then there's the mural, and you're like it's all about like people are like, oh, what are they gonna think? What are they gonna think about the mural? And it's it feels like it is setting up like you're gonna have consequences for your choices about the
in the
mural. It's
mural.
like, yeah, it doesn't matter to Magdalene. Like, presumably people had opinions. Some people disapproved of but that's not relevant.
It is not what the story is about.
Right, well, it's not what Magdalene's leaving. Like, she's painting it and she's getting the fuck out. Which I guess would be different because presumably you can stay.
I'm assuming you can marry.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
You, in
I
fact,
believe
can.
that is the case. if you don't rightfully say you're a fucking weirdo and a
Yeah, that
loser.
seems like such a
Please leave me
bad
alone.
ending. Like,
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
doesn't seem.
Otz does not have a lot going for him.
He just seems.
He's
Yeah.
just overly pushy.
Yeah, there's like nothing good about him. Like,
the reputation I chose for Magdalene was the really mean one, the one that has like the porcupine symbol, because she's
that's
prickly.
right.
Because I had extra options to be extra
good.
mean to
Good.
Otz.
wow.
Good, great.
I was just like relentlessly rude to him. It rocked.
Oh,
What a cool game.
it's great. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this game comes together, and the just it's doing so much. I think it's pretty successful. And it's kind of stuff that it's aiming for. Obviously, is like stuff that is very appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
It's also nice that we went through our speculation at the end of last time, and we were more or less correct. I mean, basically, accurate, and like that is not a problem. Like it's like this was the thing that made sense. It wasn't trying to go out of its way.
I like that in the main menu you can see your mural now.
Oh yeah.
And you've got the purple notes.
The notes.
Yeah.
Well, this is is like an old school Obsidian thing. Reminds me of in Coder 2, the main menu would update if
Oh my god, yeah, it would.
Because Coder 2 is called the Sith Lords, and the main menu cycled through the 3 Sith Lords that are the characters of that game. But Sith Lord, of course, is a prestige class in that game.
Yes.
And if you take the Sith Lord prestige class, your character shows up.
You're in the
show
main
up in
menu.
the
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yes, that's such a good touch. All right, well, thank you. Thanks everyone.
Yeah.
Guess we'll figure out what to play next. See you next week.
All right. Later.
Good night.
Have a good
Take
night,
care.
y'all.
Good night.
Good night.